What I'm saying is, I made a group of firemen really happy.
I'm just I
Interesting.
counterpoint in the Fig Arts Olympics. Jamiroquai is going to win. Fig Arts Jamiroquai could beat Goku. Just saying, just on a pose to pose level.
Hello, everybody. On that note, hello, everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of Rolling in the Isles. As usual, starting out very seriously.
Very self, ladies and gentlemen. Carl's back on the sauce.
I'm still off the sauce, sadly.
So you weren't yesterday. Or was the day before?
Yeah, because I had a really rough day. A fuck day at work. So I decided, you know what? To hell with it. If I'm gonna be writing your scripts for you, I'm gonna.
You weren't writing this. I'm the one who has to write all the complicated part. You just have to write the funny part.
I could fake all of your part and still get away with it. As long as
you could not. You could not.
Have ChatGPT write it. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh god. I wonder how good it would be if I asked ChatGPT to write a comedic YouTube video. Its
reliability went from 98% to less than 2.
Yeah, like it can't do citations and stuff. It's too complicated.
It used to be really good for it. And they used to use it to do legal stuff, but then they legitimately made it dumber.
Yeah.
Because people were using it to. Law firms were using it to do all the dumb, lame shit, all the stuff that takes a long time but isn't actually complicated. And as a result, the lawyers are all really angry because now they have to do all the dog's body work.
Yeah, I used to use it for my citations.
What?
They keep in their efforts to prevent AM from existing. They keep making things less convenient.
Yes.
And lest we forget, that's precisely how we ended up in the state we're in, the games industry.
Speaking of games.
Is it so bad? Is an evil AI overlord is bad, but are the people laughing at it as it any better? Let's be real here, boys and girls.
Good question.
So, when last we left off, who'd like to recount last week? They all jump at once.
I'm drinking.
Sounds more like inhalation than drinking, but
if he's drinking ether, let him drink ether. But still, okay, I'll recount last week's events then. After a lot of cajoling and a lot of fighting your way through the corridors, you found yourself in what appears to be some kind of a nest of some kind, with all these strange cocoons dotted around. And mainly having been found because of Eris being teleported into one of them by a mishap.
Oops.
And
yeah,
recovering her and also the other captives, namely a member of a mercenary company, one of the leaders of the kobolds, and a man in strange clothes that doesn't seem to be local, shall we say. You are now on your way out towards bigger and better things, when suddenly things start to be a bit strange. Specifically the gentleman in the red jumpsuit suddenly starts looking as if he's wearing yellow instead, and swinging around a very large crowbar-like device. And the whole thing is taking kind of a turn.
Oh, how the crowbars have turned.
Turntables.
I don't like the yellow man.
Well, now that's going to be clipped out of context,
No.
and they're going to say, "You're the."
No.
Well, Han, as the only Asian here, how do you feel?
Washa Hoya!
No, I can't see it. I'm making like a throat cut motion. Let's not go too deep in.
Oh no.
Easy now. Let's not go too ham. We don't want to get ourselves in trouble.
I definitely speak Asian.
Indonesia. Beautiful place. Wonderful people. one of my favorite headhunting societies. It's you and Wall
Beautiful.
Street.
It's
I
fine.
don't
It's
know
just
about Wall
a
Street.
coming of age ritual. Don't worry about it.
Beautiful women,
Could you-
even beautiful lady boys.
Did you just speaking of flight response? But be that as it may, I've completely lost my train of thought. I was
Think about ladyboys?
This has all just taken a horrible turn today, hasn't it? This is going to be one of them days. Okay, you've all chosen violence, it seems.
Woke up and chose
Oh.
violence.
Well, as you're about to find out, I'm rather good at it. You don't learn something real fast.
Oh
You
yeah, that
would,
was
you
the one
fucking Brit.
thing that didn't work last session.
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry, I fixed that. We'll
Yeah.
get to that. Don't worry. I always have a secondary site for a boss encounter in case something goes tits up. And
He always does.
I also made the point of memorizing the name of the file just in case.
Always trust
Nothing-
those sneaky. Always trust those sneaky Brits to have something up their sleeves.
Oh, by the way, I took the liberty of including an image of what the tool in question is that the man in yellow is currently dragging around with him.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that. That's some weird ass ice pick crowbar.
Nice.
nail thing.
It's about 4 feet long.
Oh,
And if you had to guess, it looks like the kind of thing you'd use to open up either crates or doors or maybe bulkheads on ships.
that's
Or maybe
almost
people
as fucking
and their chest cavities.
like ours is almost
This-
like only a bit
It-
taller than that fucking tool. I don't like that.
Yeah, it reminds you a lot of the crowbars that your compatriot and part-time cannibal comrade walks around with. However, there's this big spike on the side that puts you in mind of a tooth of some giant predatory animal. It's like a crowbar designed by something like a more nefarious species, such as the Navy. But laughing at my own jokes aside, yeah, he's kind of slowly advancing towards you, and there's that very strange look to him. It's not quite proper motion. It's like he moves between the blinks of your eyes.
Am I able to tell
Speaking-
that it's only due to the moon eyes that I can see him?
No one else is reacting to him. In fact, by the looks of things, other people are talking to a spot in space where he used to be standing, as if he's still there. Though, as mentioned previously, his eyes look very similar to yours. That same kind of faded grey-blue, like, almost makes you resemble as if your eyes are the exact tone as the surface of the moon, with no differentiation between sclera and iris and such. But his are different. It's like someone has taken a red-hot needle and carved out certain facets of like the corners of the pupils and the edges of the iris, but it's that glowing cherry red, like heated metal glow. Like someone's just bringing out the accents in hot steel. And there's this, whereas the gentleman that the others are seeing, it's just a simple red jumpsuit, a belt with a few tools on. His is this. It's not even like zipped up all the way. It's like zipped up to like the solar plexus, and the rest is just this kind of tattered greyish cloth underneath, and this overwhelming odor like burning ozone, almost like some kind of burnt fuel. And his suit is much more tattered. The boots are ragged. There's chunks missing from it. And on his head, instead of having the usual like wonderfully coiffed haircut of the gentleman that everyone else sees, you see this kind of rusted, like bent-edged steel helm, like someone's had to bodge together. It's like something you'd see in a militia, something that someone's bodged together at the last minute with what little tools they had. It looks like it could pass something that was hammered together by that big like pry bar. By the way, Aiden, you're echoing. You even heard the click. Okay. But he's just every now and then he's like just a few millimeters, just seems a few centimeters closer with each blink.
I'd like to use my telekinesis to like have a 5-foot radius around me. It's like, in a sense, like a force field, just in case he gets too close.
The advantage of telekinesis is that it can interact with non-tangible substances. Space is one option. So essentially you'll be able to keep that area in kind of pseudo-stasis. The air isn't moving, however, so it's something to be careful of. But maybe that might be an advantage. You never know what kind of things you're dealing with in these kinds of areas. Could be all sorts, really. But I'll take the liberty of everyone else can continue their conversation as was, and I'll just put on a separate token for what Penny sees, or Eris sees, I should say. Hang on, I'll put one in the jar real fast.
Bill, have you changed the above map from the one we were on last?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I had to switch it over momentarily. Just so I could fix the issue with that boss fight, because I didn't want to accidentally do anything. Is that all working hunky-dory?
I see dog. Okay, now we're back.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot last week I had to change some things around post-factor. But here, I'll pop him down to the board so everyone can see him. What should probably concern you is that he doesn't adhere to the grid.
So from our perspective, though, he's moving in an unusual fashion.
No, to everyone else, you just see...
Okay.
Commander Campbell, as he's introduced himself to you. Just nice chap, nicely kept uniform for goodness knows what organisation. Perfectly coiffed hair, looking immaculate for someone who was in a cocoon for God knows how long. But what Eris sees is let's put it this way: drawn by ritualist, or a
yes,
old favourite. When I get to wheel out one of these icons, it's always a good fun.
It looks like the botched icon made from a Wojak someone drew of C-Lab 2020.
It's a bit C-Lab 2020-ish.
The suit's also a different style to the jumpsuit the other gentleman's wearing. His is like nice, solid primary colours. This one it's that garish, high visibility yellow, but even more garish than what you might see occasionally on particularly well-kept building sites and such, or in places that deal in alchemical reagents or manufacturing. It makes your eyes hurt to look at it.
It's horrible color. It's puke mustard. Also, that's going to be his nickname, Puke Mustard.
Oh, don't worry. I've already got a page for him. Because I thought someone would try and think of a less flattering name. Meet the man in the hive is.
This just sounds like the title of a futuristic western.
Now, I've shown that a high-vis jacket is basically an invisibility cloak. In this case, it might be very literal. But, yes, the way he's moving, it's like it's carefully planned. Each movement is jittering. It's like watching stop-motion animation. Because he moves between the blinks, there are simply frames missing in the way he actually moves, and it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
Stop motion.
Also, you notice that he at one point his hand passes through the blue flames, and he doesn't seem to be injured.
Sense motive?
You may.
Because he's gotten a bit too close for comfort. And I do not like seeing Bob being injured. Not 20. This is a good start.
You realise that as you're trying to take breaths, it's like something heavy's on your chest.
Mm.
Something's very off.
Can I speak?
Would you try to?
Yes.
Words come out, but it's like, it feels like you're holding your hand up in front of your face. Like the sound is rebounding back towards you faster than it should. And the breaths you take are getting shallower, and it seems like every breath you suck in like a mouthful of your own hair by mistake, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't, like, as one of your, as a beast folk, you know what, like, accidentally getting a mouthful of like your own prehensile hair tastes like, and you also know that isn't it. It's got a sense of dust, and this is peculiar sharpness to the taste. Something's not right. This isn't hair that you're breathing in. And on one blink, in between the movement of the man, as he's still stalking towards you with that crowbar in his hands, it's still dragging across the ground, leaving these neat trails in the soil, and indeed through the stone. There's a flash of just pale, off-white. It's like someone has like put a pillowcase over your head, or like wrapped you in something. It's just a flash of just pure, endless white.
I'd like to grab my wolf fang.
Okay.
And just have it readied in that moment, as I would know where it is on my body.
Mm-hmm. Your right hand won't move. It's caught. It's like it's entangled with invisible like cords or cables. Like you can feel your fingers bending back under the strain, almost as if they'll snap.
Perception?
The breaths are turning stale now, almost sour. You may roll perception. Everyone else is just having a conversation normally, everyone's happy, like downright
Me
cheerful.
over there
One
playing
of
panic attack.
one of the mercenaries and Hadion are having like a completely jovial conversation, like they know each other. Like, admittedly, Comrade is still looking around at all the lizard people he hates, but okay. You're suffocating. You don't know why. The breath you. It's not like you can't draw in breath. It's that each breath is turned stale, stagnant, and poisoned.
Does it help that I have a gas mask on at all?
Well, as you suck in air through the filter, even then, like the air you're pulling in is sour. It's
I'd
not
like to
that it.
hold my breath.
Okay. Vision swims a little bit.
I don't like this. I will
You're so close
drop
now that
down the telekinetic field thing around her. So I have telekinetic fighting just ready.
He almost like tilts the crowbar so that the hook of the spike just trails along the tendrils of telekinetic force. Like
Sorry if you
running
heard Han just slam the door shut for some reason.
It's okay, I didn't pick up. It's like listening to someone run a knife across the bars of a jail cell. As he trails this metal spike across the tendrils of your telekinetic force. And now he's so close that as the light reflects off his suit, it's bathing the area around you. This sickly, the warm glow of the already sickly green glow of the torch, muddled with the torches of your compatriots, that soft yellow glow, seem to curdle together like lemon juice and milk, and into this horrible, garish, eye-bleeding tone of yellow. And again, as he gets closer, again, that another flash of white. Not quite white, off-white. Almost yellow-toned. Like too many sheets of cloth are layered until like a subtle tone just emerges. Is there anything else you'd like to do? He's now adjacent to you.
Oh, not this guy.
Everything else seems very muffled now.
Would there be any knowledge checks that would come to mind? Use.
Anything you feel would be appropriate. Roll them if you got them, essentially.
Overcome. $26.
Okay. What you're experiencing isn't poisonous gas or some magical effect. The way your head's swimming, it's like when you were if you were ever underwater for too long. It's lack of oxygen. It's carbon dioxide toxicity. As it, you're not sure if you're stood where you are. It's sort of a out-of-body experience.
Would I be allowed to do a standard action?
Yes, of course.
I'd like to change shape.
Okay. So you should have an option for it on your...
Boop. How tall is this dude? Because Ares should now be 7 feet tall.
You are eye to eye with him.
As well as... Let me find the exact thing that I have. I'd like to do an intimidate check against him, if that was allowed.
Mm-hmm. Roll it.
$28.
Okay. He will counter your intimidate with his own. 43.
Okay. Oh shit.
The crowbar is lifted up. A single flick of a ring finger tilts the bar so that the spike is prominent and facing towards you. You have one more action. Make it count.
I'm gonna die. Hehe. I'm not able to move, right?
You could try.
And you take a 5-foot step. So
What action do I have left?
You have one action of any kind. Could even be a 4-round.
I'd like to use Untangle on both of us.
Okay. Roll me a defensive casting check, please.
How do I do that one?
I believe that one is just your level plus your 1d20. there's always one I forget to look up myself.
I don't think that one.
As you start to form the words, suddenly his left hand juts out, grasping your wrist with such strength that you can feel the bones just twist in their sockets. And could you roll a will save, please?
Mm-hmm. $21.
As the spike comes down, pain rushes through your shoulder as the metal bar buries itself above your clavicle. But that's enough to shake things. You find yourself still in the cocoon.
I don't like this.
He is a bit distressing.
What do the others see? As this
Well, the
went
others are-
on.
As you look down at the strange chitinous spike that's piercing through the silk and into your shoulder, everyone else is busy talking to you over here.
Oh no. So what is everyone's reaction? Because I think this is the second time I've changed shape in front of people.
To everyone else, if we're over with the rest of the party, Eris has suddenly changed shape into a war form. Hadrian is like, what in hell's going on?
It's important you mention that, Bill, since the last thing that was done before we ended the session last time was her character, unbeknownst to everyone else, was fucking with him, and as he walked across the threshold in front of my flames, I chose to use Shadow Trap on him. So
Yeah, but it wasn't him.
No, the guy in red. We didn't use it on the guy.
Yeah, you would.
So
Eris seems to be behaving weirdly, even if she. For those of you who know that she has that form. Sorry, I've now got the hiccups from that cannon monster. Jesus.
I do believe Carl
so-
has not seen it.
I don't remember which one of those.
So to Ormon's could turn around and there's suddenly like a foot more, like 2 feet more of Eris, and she's even furrier than previously.
Spoopy.
Spooky.
Generally, in the first attempts of Graham 11, he was aware of what everyone could do, but he could not do them. Because
You knew there was another form. You might not necessarily have known the exact features of it, like it being 2 feet taller.
Yes, but if this is happening contingent to her fucking with him, from this position, yes.
I
in
don't
this
believe you
position-
can see when I fuck with someone with telekinetic abilities. I believe that was
No, he
established.
No, they just specifically know.
At most, I'll say, at the very least, I should say, everyone else seen Commander Campbell going, reacting weirdly, like he's like, what the hell? And you can see his jumpsuit move as something is nudging him. It's like watching someone fist fight an invisible man.
One second.
Suddenly, Ross will suddenly pose, well, what the hell is that? God damn it, why can't anyone be normal? And he's going to react to the Shadow Trap as well. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Still out of the frying pan into the goddamn fire? If you want to kill me, you could have just beat me to death in the damn silk cocoon and cut out the damn middleman. Everyone else, the field is yours. This is an open scenario. Don't all jump at once.
Oh yeah, she now has a strength of
Just-
22 in that form. Very cool.
Oh, By the way, Bill, Zalma's,
Yes.
I believe, sent you something.
Ooh.
But
How full is the jar currently? I'll put it this way.
Oh, it sounds pretty full.
It's got some heft to it. If I threw this at Aiden, she'd die.
Don't do that.
full is it half empty? That's the real question.
So, I don't believe Baz would notice the goings on, seeing as he's currently trying to find the shamans.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
One
line
of
of
the-
sight.
But as
yes,
I was
you're
trying
in
to
the
say, I was trying to say before I was forced to open the door. The ghosts specifically have their focus one staring at the Duergar, and when she was standing on this side, they just assumed we're not doing it, and Neri's over here, Baz is over there, and Kami Mark's over there. There's only 2 people we know of that have a telekinetic ability. So they're just assuming that you're doing something. They don't know specifically it's you, they just assume it's you. However, since his view is here, he technically can see him around the corner, and he's looking at him in order to necessarily, because this is about the
He's in there, and we're out here, and he's the sheriff.
He's the sheriff. And I just remembered that we're out here. And where's the caveman?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But since this is about 40 feet, is about his effective range of shadow trap, he specifically waited until he got close enough here. But as he sees this, he generally sees out of the corner of his eye before he just turns his eye in his socket. Sees you just transform. He turns the other eye in the other direction towards Almond, and Almond gives a nod while still locking eyes with the Duergar, and continues looking at him.
It's literally like a Mexican standoff at the cross-eyed
I
convention.
looked at him, and he looked at me.
And
Also,
I'm the sheriff.
Justin from Zalmas from $20 saying, "That's all I needed. No more threats. Start burning coins."
Well, rules is rules.
Oh no.
This combat's going to get real weird. Well, boy, don't worry, there's some. I never actually refreshed this jar. There's chrome in here from literally Blood of Heroes. So, also at some point, I'm pretty sure my mum started leaving change in here as well,
That's fucking funny.
and I can't be bothered to sort out what's what. It's probably about like 10 quids worth of change in here, in a gem jar.
And before we get TPK because of 10 quid on the bottom of the jar.
Motherfucker, you must be crazy. If there's a tenner in here, I'd have needed it by now.
I don't even know what Elmas is upset about today.
To be fair, I have been threatening with the coins. I never seem to actually get around to using them because I forget about it, because it's usually it's behind my drink. Time to start using them.
I just figured you were saving it for later.
Again, the stuff in here from Blood of Heroes, the stuff from here from literally years and years ago. So I never get around to using
No, it's been building up.
However, back to the point of the matter. Before her side of action concludes, do we see her freaking out and breathing hard?
Yes. Well, to everyone else, it almost looks like a massive wolf panting, as if it's about to go maul someone. Because it's kind of what it is. But the tenseness of the muscles at the elbows and the lack of movement is strange. And you can actually see the claws straining against seemingly her own telekinesis. It almost looks like someone about to swing a claw, but they are holding back, like she's holding back her own claw telekinesis to build up like tension, so it swings faster.
That sounds like a cool technique.
Well, that's the beauty of mithril current. You can use it with natural weapons.
In that case, Ludum is going to snap his fingers twice, giving Almond a signal that only he understands. before teleporting to the front of the Duergar, giving him a stare-off look. Specifically, stands in the middle of his view, like they're having a staring match. He's aware he's being stared at by the other ghost. He pops up in front of him. He gives him the eye look. Specifically, goes ethereal for a second and steps to the side, points at all of the kobolds, points at him, and gives him a death glare.
You can see him wiggle his eyebrows inside his helm.
He smooches back.
Huh?
He winks. He then sidesteps away.
We're getting into Bugs Bunny type shit now. Goddamn. Fucking Hanna-Barbarian.
And as soon as he blinks out of sight, Amon does the exact same thing. However,
I sure am spoiled today.
However,
Take a drink.
he sidesteps up this close to Baz and says to him, "Something's going on with Eris."
Huh?
He also takes a moment to notice that his voice is not being fucked with anymore, and he starts going through accents.
Do you want me to bring the chart back up? Because I can, if you want some some point.
Sure, why not? I
can
have
get
all
on.
day.
Random accent. Wheel. By the way, there's some really specific ones in here that. Let's see if you can get one that isn't too racist to use.
I'm an African American VA with alcohol in my system. There's no longer a such thing as too racist to use, Bill. It's what's too spicy for YouTube.
Arbed from Community.
God damn, I actually don't. That's a show I've never watched.
You've never seen Community? Oh, bro.
Let's not go down this neck of the woods right now.
I won't go down there, but you should.
This is the
It is
D&D
really good.
episode. Get your fucking head in the game, god damn it.
Yes, I know.
I'm hearing a lot
I
of
know.
lollygagging around here, and I'm not talking about that one group of people on A. Get your fucking heads in the game.
Oof.
I will come up with my own accents then.
I'll just
Yeah.
hit the spin again.
Okay.
Rules is rule. Archer. There you go.
Which just a character of Archer or just Archer?
If you want to go with Fate Archer, then you're wrong. You go with You go cartoon Archer.
God damn.
Phrasing.
Can I even get close to Archer? Probably not, but I'll try. Baz,
Yeah?
there's something wrong with our witch.
Oh, goody, what is it this time?
Oh.
She seems to have having a moment, and she far off in the distance, the bitch fucking girl fucking 2 feet. I've never seen such a thing. We knew she could do it, but I don't know what this is, man.
You hear the sound of that weirdo in the jumpsuit. So what kind of bullshit is this?
Isn't that why she has box wine?
Oh,
Yes.
we do have box wine, yeah.
Alright, let me go have a look.
I didn't get through how many years of fucking service get mauled to death by a goddamn giant pooch in a boony ass fucking tunnel somewhere on some planet I've never even heard of.
Could I roll to try and figure out what a planet is?
Sure. Geography.
Alright,
Planes.
I'll go with planes.
Technically anything to do with space is all planes. Planet is a term for primarily like large, reliably orbiting stone celestial bodies.
Oh, would... So,
You know what planet?
I take it Baz wouldn't necessarily know that we are on a planet necessarily.
No, Galarian is referred to as a planet.
Okay, so you would know that.
You would have learned it in the astronomy course as part of the Scouts. You had to
Alright.
learn to. You remember this is Galarian. There are actually planets that are fairly large in the sky at night.
Right. Well, welcome to Galarian, I guess. Just walk towards him.
While Han is walking.
Yeah, if you don't fucking do something soon, I think you're gonna be telling me goodbye, not fucking hello. And he'll point towards the 7-foot tall fucking werewolf.
As Han is walking back, the ghost
He's-
is going.
He's grabbing his boots and like trying to yank himself free of his own shadow.
As Han is still walking back, the ghost shifts back over to the Duergar, gets into his ear and says, "I will do it," and gives a little peck on the cheek.
The ghost has turned fruity. It's finally
and
happened.
and then shifts away again. This time, specifically looking at the commander, like staring straight on at him.
You're visibly a ghost, right?
Yes.
Man,
He's
dude.
like this guy's being put through the ring. The commander will look at you, squint, and there's a moment of realization of like, oh, eyes go slightly wider.
I'll just look at him and say, I know, I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. You get used to it, believe it or not.
Don't think I want to.
I know.
As he's invigorating, he shifts back into his usual self. He takes a step forward.
Can everyone in this fucking room but me transform into some weird shit? I fucking hate this planet. It keeps wrenching at the boot. You notice that the boot is like bolted into his suit.
Yes. Is he still struggling against the shadow trap?
Yes, I mean I feel like it is the sort of understandable response given the situation. He's actually like leant backwards enough, and he's wrenching with such force and like throwing his way into it. The kobold directly behind him has been kind of knocked back into some tables.
Could I roll diplomacy to try and calm down what I perceive to be Eris? Try and like to de-escalate the situation, essentially. Because from Baz's perspective, this is wholly unnecessary.
Damn.
All right, can we just calm down? I mean, I think we have bigger fish to fry. Frankly,
Sorry. Shoot.
bless you.
Thank you.
Comrade.
Mark might not be here because he said in the chat that he might have to go to work. I mean, he's in the chat, but I'm not sure how available he is, unfortunately. I don't know.
It do be like that sometimes.
The proletariat has been summoned by the working man to go slay
The worst
away.
for the wicked.
I shall shift him onto another layer for the time being. Assume that he is somewhere. He's elsewhere.
Do the ghosts notice him pop out of dimension again?
And there's a note left on the ground. I owe you.
The ghosts reflectively say, "God shit fucking damn it. Why does everybody know how to do that?"
Guess it's some marks against him. The commander will look back. What the fuck's going on back there? Do any of you know what the fuck is going on? God damn it.
The Ludovan in front of him starts snapping his fingers, calling his attention.
What? I'm paying attention. You weird, fucking intangible, fucking weirdo.
The Ludovan puts his fingers up to his lips, around the corner. He needs you to stop talking for a second.
He raises his eyebrows and say, well...
He phases past him. Not through him, past him. In Draconic to everyone behind him. Please walk past this human. I need to investigate this area. Rejoinder.
The kobolds look at you in an odd fashion. Like they don't understand you.
The ghost blinks for a second, walks up with both hands upwards and outstretched in an I come in peace fashion, holds out one hand to the shaman.
He'll kind of hold out a hand.
He will gently take it and connect each other through grand relevancy and attempt to speak in both common and draconic. Can you understand me?
As you connect to him, you notice... Could you roll me a will save, please?
Starting off fresh. $24.
There's nothing in there.
In the shaman?
It's like his brain goes back to about 5 minutes ago and then stops. So it's not like you're looking at a person, it's like you're looking at a facsimile of one.
Do I detect a life force inside of what I assume to be this figure in front of me?
No. But he looks at you puzzled. So he turns his head quizzically, but the more you look at it, the more you realise that the way he's turning his head, it's so precisely timed. It's the exact same way that all of these other kobolds have done it. All the exact same speed, the exact same way, the exact same tilt. Could everyone in the party roll me a perception check, please?
Okie dokie.
All right.
You especially.
Oh,
26.
which me is seeing things?
31.
Both.
Oh,
Okay.
both.
16.
Okay. Everyone got 15 or more. Notes of a very strange vibe in the air, so to speak. Something's off. You can't place it. Something uncanny. Those of you who got over 20 are noticing that amongst some of the people, little idiosyncrasies, like they all tap their claws the same way. And you notice that when Commander Ross got someone up in his face, his eyes don't dilate. Those of you who got over 30 notice that all these cocoons are still full, even though you took people out of them not long ago, but they seem to be completely intact.
Could I try to roll a will save to disbelieve?
You may.
Let's see. There we go. 25.
As you look at Commander Ross, you can almost look through him. And whilst you see a pastiche of flesh and bone, there's not a real person there. And carving and looking through the sea of interconnected, webbed flesh that has been masquerading as kobolds and humans, you see what's really there for the first time, suspended from the ceiling. A large mass of chitinous plating, the color of unwashed skin, pale and suspended from the ceiling like some kind of bulbous tumor, is something all legs and chitinous claws that seems to be driving a singular proboscoid fang from the center of its chin into one of the cocoons.
Oh. As I'm looking at this with perception, would Detect Evil show me anything as well?
Yes. A profound evil presence.
In that case, Baz just shouts out, "It's an illusion," And I'm going to fire at it with Holy Light.
Okay.
In response to that, he will shift back to the coast's position to move himself immediately out of what he assumes is going to be imminent death.
Everyone, I'm going to need to have another round of turn orders, please. For going forward, please note, I am repealing the 6-word law. I am instead employing a 5-minute turn limit with, for your time of it. If I'm explaining things to you, it doesn't count towards the time. So just keep mindful. We're keeping it brisk.
Think of what you want to do outside of your turn.
Yeah.
Yep. Think it through. Keep your eyes on the prize here, boys and girls. Does anyone need to be added to the turn order?
I have returned from my side quest battling capitalism at Mega.
Excellent. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I can confirm that I was victorious.
hell yeah.
Let's go.
That's good.
Based.
Congratulations, you made it just in time for initiative.
Yeah. Actually,
Well,
literally,
got 'em.
kind of the right time, I guess.
Mhm. I didn't hear
What-
anything of the last hour though, so here we go. Let's
It's okay.
go.
It's okay. Time to fight the boss fight that accidentally deleted itself last week. But luckily, that when I rolled its random abilities, it literally got an illusion-based effect. So I just used that.
Imagine if
Can't-
I'd forgotten to log into Roll20. This would be a definite record, isn't it?
It do be like that sometimes. Okay. Where is that damn page? Okay. There it is.
Do you have negative initiative, Baz?
He does. And he was muted, as he said, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Giving you negative initiative.
Low dex.
Yeah, low dex.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone at home who has a sensitivity to spiders may want to gird themselves.
Oh no.
You better look
Luck
like
of
a
this one goes out to you.
spider.
Or not.
It doesn't.
Oh
It doesn't
god.
look like a jumping spider.
Now here's
But what disconcerting thing is the fact that all of its legs end in these strange, multi-jointed thumb-like protrusions ending in spikes.
It looks like a bleached
Lovely.
crab.
Looks like it's standing on penises. They're just like penises.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
calling
it's
it
Daddy Long Dongs.
Even better. High five,
This
girlfriend.
is completely sour. This is very much sour the tone of the encounter. I like to point out.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Bill.
no.
I want the sauce again.
Where the fuck's that page from? I had it written down. What the hell's this one? Is this a... No, that's the other bad thing in this dungeon. Oh, I gotta love it.
I can only get so erect so far, Bill. Give me
Don't worry.
time.
Don't worry, once this thing's done, you won't be able to stand up, let alone get it done.
Nobody remind Bill, by the way.
Yeah, don't worry, I still remember about the coins.
That's not what I'm talking about, but it's okay.
What?
Nobody remind Bill.
Okie dokie, and of course I've got to add its initiative, which is way more fucking difficult with the goddamn... What was
Too many
that?
dongs.
That's at the counter. That's not turn order, apparently. God damn it. Add turns, the top one. Okie dokie. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Ah, yes, the Song of Daddy Long Dongs, otherwise known as Too Many Dongs in the Catacombs. An ode to Flight of the Conchords.
Bruh.
Okay, Almond, what is your total initiative bonus?
It seems 4.
Okay, it goes before you. Neri, you managed to beat the boss.
Wow. Yeah. However, it's
Now.
horrifying.
Go ahead.
All right.
Clock's ticking.
I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do this turn considering how far away it is. And my movement speed is slow as fuck.
Don't forget, you get a bonus to speed when you're charging towards the enemy.
That's true. I do. I get, I think, +5, I believe. Let me double check.
Mhm.
It is +5 movement speed when charging towards it. Can I... But using... If I run, that's like a full round action, isn't it, though?
Yeah, that's 4 times your speed in a straight line. You can double move, and it will count towards it. So I believe your regular movement is 20 feet, so it'll be
20.
2 movements of 25 feet. Or 1 move and then a partial charge.
But then I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Okay, you get to here with 1 move, and
25, though,
you'd
right?
be just short, unless you jumped the last 5 feet.
That's... You know what I'm going to do? Okay, yeah, I'm going to move 25 feet here. And then double move. And then what I'm going to do is... can I yell to Comrade to give me a boost so that I can kind of just like to help me out? I don't know, push me something to help me make it all the way there so that then I can give it a big giant kick right in its disgusting face.
Yeah, if you can use an attack of opportunity to essentially hurl you.
Yeah, would that work?
Yes.
Comrade, can you give me a lift?
Like, I'll prepare like a boosting position. You know, like a hand to foot
Yep.
boost. You know, like I'm kneeling down, and when you step in it, I'm gonna
Oh,
throw
yeah.
you like over my head into the spider.
Well, the
Let's
advantage is that all
go.
your weapons have long hilts, so they can be used like basically like a ladder rung to hurl.
Yeah,
It's the fastball special Wolverine.
It's more like an atlatl than the fastball.
Yeah, sure.
Instead of using my hands, I'm gonna use crossed crowbars. Like
Yes. Well, you do have a try to put him sort of in the position of a hammer and sickle, sort of get it that way, and then I'll leap off of that and then try to land with feet first, right on its face or as close as I can get to it with my approximation.
So what are you going to roll?
It's going to be my
can I add
feet
one
attack.
thing? Can I add
Yeah.
something?
You had to roll a acrobatics check, but don't worry.
Okay.
I got this. It is. Oh, what a shame. Roll.
Oh.
Fucking
It's
heavy
not
as
great.
well.
Yeah, I am. Well, I how much did I weigh?
Not a lot.
Medium
now.
sized. Oh yeah, don't. Yeah, I weigh 26 pounds. I don't weigh anything.
Oh, that's
Yeah, calm down there, Daphne Drywall.
Because I'm at a drywall. Well, I forgot. I weigh 26 pounds. Is that does even though my acrobatics check was shit, does that help? It should be easier, with the assist.
Okay. As you're running forward, running by, as you pass by the kobolds and the mercenary, their behavior turns strange, but you manage to slip just past them.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to Comrade, you go for the boost. You're going for the cross crowbars, correct?
Cross crow. Oh yes, but I'd also like to put on my commie rider suit.
Okay, it will take an action on your turn to activate it.
Yeah, I think that would be the case, but I thought I might try and squeeze it.
If you want to, yeah, you can roll. You can roll me a charisma check though.
Oh, fucking hell.
Try and transform quickly. Henshin.
Like charisma. Yeah, that's enough. Unfortunately, the with the roll as it is the acrobatics. So you got. Come on, roll me a dance check, please. To aid another.
Because I'm thinking like, you know when Power Rangers try.
Oh no!
Roll it, roll it, roll it.
Jesus Christ, you don't even need the coins at this
This was
point.
Oh,
This
don't
is about to
worry,
be
I
cool,
actually
like,
got one, and I pulled out
unfortunately-
a singular coin, 1 pence piece. So we got 2 nat 1s going off. Well, that reminds me, I should probably roll. Could you roll me one as well, please, Neri?
Me, I didn't roll
almost
that one.
76.
Yeah, because the black coin has spoken.
Oh, okay.
1764. Communism wasn't invented yet. Can't think something.
76. Oh no. Oh no.
Lamau. Oh god. Adobe, no, don't live up to your name. Caster thinks he's forgotten something, but actually has not. Lame. The other result. Caster thinks that his deity has commanded him to kill his allies.
No, 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 no.
Comrade, as you suit up, you see a vision. Who's your preferred patron for this?
The
Would it
Gorbs.
be
Is it Comrade Lennon?
Would it be the Gorb? You look up in the sky, and it's not the moon rotates in its orbit, and Gorbachev's face is on the moon. The Titan, the brother Gorb is here.
Good to bear.
And it's
from underground.
as you look up at you're standing in this endless field of wheat, looking up at as the moon rotates in the daylit sky, as the sun shines from his birthmark, and he tells you, "Do them dirty in front of they squad."
No.
The Gorb has spoken. They are not part of the 5-year plan.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you guys.
No, no.
Remember, my son, if you're low on supplies, there are other avenues to feed yourself.
There's always sparrows. Well, not anymore, but
The menu has expanded.
oh no.
This menu is incomplete. You can help by expanding it.
No. Oh no. This very Mufasa just transposed himself upon the moon. Superimposed himself, I should say.
Now, let's see what Neri gets out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Caster's skin sprouts quills like a goose.
Let's go.
Bird person!
No, stop!
Yes.
No, don't stop doing it! No, don't do
That
it!
means she
Don't
gets
do it.
a
Hollow
laser
bones.
pointer.
Feathers.
Hollow bones! Feathers! She is. Behold, a goose!
Wait, Bill, would she
Stop,
qualify
I'm
for
not
the
a
laser
bird.
pointer then?
Yes, she does. Unfortunately, it appears it does not aid in her aim at all, because she just kind of flop. Comrade has the vision halfway through the transformation and the hurl, so rather than the usual hurl into combat, he kind of gets the angle wrong and just kind of plants Neri face first into the ceiling beam that's directly above him.
Oh,
So it's kind of a hollow clunk.
so where I am, just around
I mean, it's not the same
here,
noise,
in the
but
ceiling. Yeah, clang.
it's almost like in slow motion. Greenbird is playing, and all you can hear at the back of your head as your brain smashes into the interior of your forehead, or you can practically hear it as you hit the ground. Everyone else hears this. As you just watched Neri get flung face first into a ceiling beam with enough force to dent the beam.
Do I take damage?
Nah, you suffered enough.
I just fall on my ass then.
You're
Am I
prone.
flat-footed?
You're prone,
Okay, I'm prone, yeah.
so you're basically flat-footed.
Is there
Okay,
meant
yeah.
to be 2 commies?
Oh, they're multiplying.
Oh, I think Mark put himself back on the page. I just shifted into the GM layer. He's still, yeah, it's okay. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I should have just left it there and not mentioned it. Just to fuck with people.
Shin,
Well,
comrade.
there was a fucking attempt to do something cool, and it just was not in the dice. Well. You know what then? I have a question then. So currently, Comrade wants to kill everybody, apparently.
Well, he thinks his god wants that to happen.
Right, he thinks his god. Right.
Entirely. Will he turn his back on his way of life? That is the question. We won't find out until like. Oh wait, he's not even on the initiative order yet for some reason.
He's at 16. It's because you moved him to the GM layer.
Oh, that'd be why, yeah.
Yeah.
What would rage potentially have on such an effect?
Well, he's already kind of on the road to vampirism as it is. He's eaten quite a few people now, and he's killed at least one person with porridge.
I'm wondering if
they're not all people.
I'm wondering if rage would kind of just like rage at this would overdo any of the thoughts of Gorbachev and the moon, and just
No, I think that would exacerbate things.
Yeah, you think it would exacerbate it? This is the thought. It's a thought.
Again, it is completely up to him as to how he interprets it. I trust it.
And no one will know what I'm gonna do until I do something.
Yeah, and
true.
The rest of the party also the rest of the turn, like chewing their fingernails, going because they know that the dice like you when they're not rolling that once and turning you into a murderous monster.
About my swift my aura of calm doing rage, which is in a 10-foot radius, so that would affect these other guys. But if I were to, no, it wouldn't. Oh yeah, one of them. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna rage.
Okay.
So, and rage does what it should do for bards, right? Or for skulls, or whatever, or whoever's barbarians.
Barbarian rage, essentially.
Okay, which is, off the top of your head. I don't.
+2. I'm going to use the simpler version. It's just +2 to all attack and damage.
Okay. So there you go, comrade. Please don't kill us. I was be like, ah!
But I'm -2 to your AC.
So
you can't use anything that is like mental stat based.
Yeah, so I fall on my ass and then just go, oh fuck, and then I'm raging, and then so I will share the rage with comrade. Be like,
and comrade share things already due to the one bong hit they took previous session.
I don't.
Oh shit! I thought it was also for effects.
I believe for buffs, yes.
And this is a buff. Well, there's the -2 to. It's the -2 to
armor class.
AC. Okay. Hang on, I write that down. It's -2 to AC, and then it's. I know I'm almost done. And then it's plus to what? I fall on my ass and
+2 to attack and damage. I'll factor it in at my end.
Okay. So I'm raging because I fell over, and I've used my aura to. I'm not angry at comrade. I'm just like, damn, dude, that was about to be so cool. What happened? And we'll share my aura of rage with comrade, and that's my turn.
The creature's turn. It will make a slight motion with its long claws as it pivots around, kind of ignoring the silk-encrusted wizard, or witch rather, and all of the kobolds and the mercenary and the commander will slowly turn.
Towards it?
No, towards each of you in turn.
Oh.
These ones here, these two will. So this one will 5 foot step to here. They'll 5 foot step up, and they're going to start taking swings at you all.
Yeah, also this one would have been affected by the, I think. And does it only count to allies, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't
It's everything, yeah.
differentiate.
Okay. So he's also got the rage effect. That one.
The illusionary mercenary will attempt to jump Hadion, as will the cast and its entourage will do their thing as well.
Oh, is this guy still here? The commander?
Yes.
He's still
Suddenly he's looking a lot less convincing.
Hmm.
He's starting to be a bit melty at the edges. And you see him crack his knuckles, and as he cracks his knuckles, you notice that they shift and pivot out of their sockets. So that when he opens his hand fully, it's one of his hands is less of a hand; it's now more of a flail of bones and bits of meat. And he will just casually crane his neck out to the flames and go, whoosh, and the one to his meteorite will blow out.
He is still being illuminated by other light sources in the area, so he's still under the effect of Shadow Trap, unless he starts rolling to.
He will take a step, and with it, the flesh from his feet will rip clean off, leaving behind two fleshy footprints where he was stood. With the shadow.
Is he attempting a 5 foot step?
Yes.
As a heads up, I've got the gyroscopic totem active, so he wouldn't be able to.
Okay. That would only affect people who are touching the ground.
I see.
As you notice now that there are, you have a very high perception check, so you can see there's thin threads of silk dotted around in places. You think that this is more intricate than simply plodding around in actual more corporeal forms.
Would it be possible to make a knowledge check on this to get more insight on it?
Arcana or spellcraft.
All right.
Do we all get to roll?
Yes. Provided you all disbelieve them.
Well, he did
Arcana
say
and
that it's an
spellcraft.
illusion.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Glad someone rolled it, because that spellcraft 21 wasn't high enough. This is a spell called Phantasmal Supergoria.
That sounds bad.
Conjures a phantasmal mass of flesh and bone, so that anyone that you've got blood samples from or have eaten in the past, you can just conjure up copies of them. But the more someone looks at them, the less real they are. Think of it as a fleshy counterpart to shadow stuff.
Would you know if there's any weakness it has with that nat 20?
Well, the less it's believed, the less damage it does. So, repeated will saves that are successful erodes the cohesion of it.
Fucking fake yee ass astronaut. Actually, can we just berate him into not being real anymore?
Potentially, but you need some disbeliefs to turn, unfortunately. You need to really focus him down. But he'll move to try and help flank with the mercenary, and the mercenary will try and swing up a shovel at Hadion. As Hadion seems to be holding his own, his cleaver literally teleports itself into his hand to help parry that, and leaves a good gouge in the shovel. But as he is just about holding his own, the fake commander will step in, puts his boot directly into the crook of his knee, and you hears a horrible wrenching noise. pops Hadion's hip out of alignment with a wet.
Ooh, bruh.
Could I make an attempted aid another to his AC or CMD?
Do you have it? Can you do it at range?
Yes.
Hold it.
All right. I think isn't it just like an attack roll?
Yep.
All right. Let's roll it as a generic. Or is it? There it is. It's like DC 10, so I think that succeeds.
Yep.
So he gets +4 to his AC or CMD. Whichever one.
Unfortunately, that matter with the... Okay. You lessen the degree of the injury to more of a sprain, but it's still pretty bad. He's going to have trouble keeping his balance at the very least. But he's managed to get a hand up, hook onto the jumpsuit, and he's trying to, he's kicking with his good foot against the mercenary and trying to pry off the astronaut with the flat of the cleaver, using the blunt hook on the back of the blade. I should probably show. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this. I've got a handout for it when reorganizing the handouts as well. So yeah, I have shown it to you guys. The giant healer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was not the one
Big
that
fat-
took out parts of his spine. If he cut people with it.
Yeah, he may have explained to you in your brief stints resting that the giant here is cursed. Every time it draws blood, it removes 3% of his height.
Oh.
Over the course of one combat, it blew out one of his spinal vertebrae. Just ground it to dust. The only exception is if it's used against giants. It is theorized to be an old dwarvish artifact and is very vindictive to be used by a non-dwarf. Now, on the topic of dwarves, you're all about to be as tall as them when this spider's done with you. It will reel back and emit a fine cloud of filaments from its limbs. Okay, let's see.
He's cuming! He's cuming!
He is coming.
Okay, I'm going to need a reflex save from Neri and from Comrade. Essentially, it's like web. God damn, I didn't save my notes.
You know, every time that I do a roll, I use Control and F, to find the thing, and as a result, still haven't learned where anything is.
It's all good. I suggest that we all need to sort out that extension for Chrome and for the Chrome-like browsers.
Yeah, and get some macros sorted.
Yeah, because there's an auto macro generator on that. It's pretty nice. So that all the games I'm in, you can't use it in those. You can use it in D20 system games. But be that as it may. Okay, reflex 22. That'll succeed. Neri. Reflex save, please.
Yep. Second.
Is you getting webbed on?
Hang on.
He's pulling his cock out.
Who's pulling his cock out?
Sorry, it took me a second to find it.
That is the most practiced impression I have, probably. It's just that.
Charlie.
Critical.
Yeah.
Okay, you both succeed. Neither of you are webbed, but you are in.
Yay!
It juts its enormous, blunt molar-like teeth forward and just hisses through like. As you get a glimpse of what's beyond the teeth, it does not have a tongue. It instead has an enormous mass of humanoid hands and forearms. Now, as another action, it will climb slightly higher in the ceiling. And that will be its part of the turn. I've now got a roll for the kobolds. Okay, one swing on Neri, who's prone. And Neri, what's your AC normally?
AC is 23.
You were prone and it still missed you. Okay, 2 kobolds fighting Comrade. I've rolled 3 so far. Okay. Shovel Boy is going to try and split Hadion's head open. Also fail. The main hand on the offhand also fails. Another 4. I'm going to get another dice. Roll 20 is spreading the love. And now for the caster and his entourage. The entourage, remember, is going to hurl itself bodily at Baz. Now, Baz, I believe you have a reach weapon, correct?
I do believe he's currently stepped away for the moment. So I do believe he
We'll
still
reconcile
has
that.
his halberd.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has combat reflexes, though, which is what he'll need to...
I'm
Start swinging up.
pretty sure he has it.
From what
Probably
I know,
does, but
he
I'm not
most
sure.
likely has it, but let him piss.
We'll-
He'll be
we'll-
back soon.
We'll reconcile that when he gets back.
Yes.
And I believe that's all of his phantasms. Yep. Omon, the field is yours.
Actually, what would is the one Eris a phantasm?
Oh, good point. Well remembered. We'll reconcile that when Baz's operator returns.
Okay.
As he also wanted to...
I returned. I had to shut the door.
What's
For
your
the
turn?
I had to shut the door for the medical professional.
What?
In immediate response, mental thoughts directly to Mattoon. Your comrades are not free from the webs.
Okay.
Back.
Okay. Back. You're being assaulted. Do you have combat reflexes and a reach weapon?
I do have combat reflexes.
You get a free swing on that one there.
Alright. Let's see.
I definitely prepared a fucking cheat for this damn spider monster, and I cannot find that either. It's really not been a good like couple of weeks for this monster. It keeps sitting unmade.
There it is.
He was unmade by the sheer autism of the party's actions.
Isn't it all? So,
Crit will confirm.
Excellent.
well, we
And you crush it into the dirt.
Alright, I'm done playing nice.
It looks... As you crush it into the dirt, you basically pulp it you twist it into an unrecognizable pretzel of meat. And it looks up at you.
And? Is it sad?
Well, it's gotta be one of those fights.
Can it not control his own actions? Because that's what I think's happening.
Think what you like. Anyway, Omon is currently your turn.
Yes. Two ghosts will push each other out of each other's squares. The Ludum will continue to speak to Mattoon. They are not free from the webs. Find sanctuary. I will tell you when it is safe.
But Mattoon will look conflicted. You have to decide on his turn. It's typing you coming through, unfortunately.
Oh, my bad.
The ghosts will, however, look between the two of them and then ask each other, "Where's Slappy? I don't know, I thought he was with the girls." Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Actually, that's raises a good question. When Eris changes shape, does she still have her hat on? And does that mean Mr. Chubbs and Slappy are still underneath it?
I suspect so.
Okay.
However, the ghosts reach into the bag of holding, and they toss a bottle towards Baz. Shouting, "Catch!"
I
Okay.
Do you
what's
choose
the
to catch
organization?
the bottle?
I will. Yes.
Do you choose to open the bottle immediately?
If I'm able to, then yes.
You can pop
Do
it.
you choose to smell the liquid?
Yes.
It is
Feels
ectoplasm.
You will have to remove your gas mask to do so.
true.
It is ectoplasm.
Examining it, I give him a look. Say, even if that would work, I would still reject it. So, sorry, mate.
It's physically sizzling from your presence because of how like heavily positive energy irradiated you are. The ectoplasm is moving away from Baz's grasp.
The two of them actually look at him. They then slap each other's heads, like specifically slap each other on the head. Then turn to Baz. No, no, no! We connected to one of them! Which also, Bill, since I connected with one of these facsimiles, believing it to be one of them, am I connected to this creature?
It's more like you're reaching into an empty shoebox.
Can I move the empty shoebox?
Unfortunately, it seems to be under direct control from it.
Can I be able to proceed?
You could attempt to arrest control using your malevolence.
Okay. Could I be able to, if I were to force these creatures to imbibe this liquid or make contact with this liquid, could I, over rounds, attempt grand malevolency directly through bombarding them with these bottles of ectoplasm?
Yeah, use a splash weapon.
Speaking of which, Bill, since it's a free action to drop an item, could I just drop the ectoplasm on this creature?
Yes. But you wouldn't do it with enough force to break the glass. You'd have to actually chip it out.
You wouldn't have to drop the bottle to break it, just simply overturn it directly onto its body, preferably into its mouth.
True. Could I do that as a free action?
Yeah, on further inspection, these creatures seem to be made of 90% teeth and mouths.
Hmm.
Of course, in the action of looking at him and assuming he thinks we need him to drink it again, they slap each other and say, "No, no, no, no. If these things aren't people, then we can move them." It'll take a second, but we'll manage. And then between the two of them, they think to themselves, "Wait, big man, hold out the bag." Almon reaches into the bag and attempts to pull out the bow. He tries wielding it. Does he succeed because of the nature of the underground?
You can still wield weapons effectively, even if you are a ghost.
Even though these ones do not have ghost touch.
Yes, it's armor that requires ghost touch.
Okay.
If all else fails, you'd have one of them possess it and then bend the limbs manually.
Okay. Armand attempts to simply stretch the bow and it's like in his arms. Ah, yes. I am back, baby. They
By the
then...
way, I fixed the sheet for this creature.
Is that the official name? Skull Choir?
Yeah, I had to come up with that on the spot because I couldn't remember the other one.
That's spooky.
We still
You should see the
prefer-
other ones.
No thanks.
You'll see the other ones eventually.
We still
Man
prefer-
spider.
We still prefer Daddy Long Dong.
First of all, this is a female.
Which is probably worse.
Female dingoes have prehensile penises. Whereas I'm thinking of coyotes.
You
I think it's
hyenas.
specifically hyenas.
It's a fucking funny looking hyena. Anyway, you're running short on time there.
The ghosts,
minute limit.
the ghosts shout out to the Duergar. So, spy the fuck over there. That's the Guardian?
One of them.
Ugh.
Never seen a Watcher before?
We've been stuck in a tree for a very long time. Long story, no time.
Don't worry. Plenty more trees ahead of you.
Effectively, fuck you. Are you helping or not?
I wouldn't be much help. He'll hold up his wrist. You notice that his armor seems to be very... His chains running between sections of his armor. He can't actually wield weapons.
Yeah.
He can't actually move his limbs enough to swing. Apart from vertically down in like a usual pickaxing motion.
Just do us a favor. Keep a lookout on the other side, then.
He'll nod. Any other actions?
Yes. Armand will begin arming himself with the bow, and specifically setting himself into the corner to gain vision.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lutum will step to the other side. Is this actually a person standing here?
It seems to be another one of the phantasms, but I'm not. You probably wouldn't have noticed it yet. What are you about to?
Can I choose to perceive it?
You can roll a perception check.
Okay.
That's what's about to occur.
27.
Okay. The mass of flesh that was once a phantasmic kobold attempts to scratch at you with one of its claws, and as you manage to duck that one, you manage to turn around just in time to get your arms up as a massive talon from what is apparently the phantasm of your friend's war form lashes out at you and catches you in the midsection as you're moving past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for that form she has 22 strength, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know if that translates over to the phantom.
That is
one.
that's a single primary attack. That means he gets an extra half strength, so 19 points of piercing, slashing, bludgeoning damage. That is considered ghost touch.
Okay. After she attacks, he's going to physically push himself inside of the creature's square.
Okay.
He is now inside of the body, but he is not using Grand Malevolency just yet.
Okay.
As he glances the blow off of his chest, he shouts to Baz, "It's you and me. Here's the plan. Make a hole. He will cover you." You audibly notice that his voice is changing. Make a hole, and he will cover you. Meanwhile, it's time I stop playing around and get serious.
Also, Bill.
About time.
Yep.
Was the attack she did a full attack?
This is an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I'm just checking since I do have one thing that if I charge, do a full attack or cast a spell, I can... people have to do a will save in a 20-foot radius around me.
Oh, it's the
And Dreadful
thing.
Wrath. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. It technically uses a different stat block because it's a phantasm.
Okay.
So it does get that ability as well. So. Okay. So I'm mindful of time, boys and girls. Let's keep.
Oh, she has 2
limit.
attacks of opportunity. Sorry.
It's okay. I missed on the first.
Mm. As he finishes, as he finishes his sentence, he says to Baz, "First things first. Let's get these phantasms under some ghoulish control." Almond will start charging a spell to prepare an action for his next turns.
You focus the phantasms, I'll focus on the more gribbly ones.
Okay.
Almond gives a half nod. You got it!
Okay. That's a move, isn't it? And a senator ready. Baz, fuel is yours.
Alright.
It's a smushed kobold. It's still moving.
Yes. Alright, let's see. So I know that the form of Eris that is next to me is a phantasm.
Yes.
It definitely seems to be.
Or she just took a swing at Armand. Either are reasonably, understandable, but you have noticed. But...
Yeah, and I did roll the 31.
You rolled well enough to know.
Yeah. In that case, I will. I just turn to Armand and go, "You mind me taking a swing at her?"
You hear an echoing voice chattering through the bone-like structure. Just don't fucking smite me.
I'll try not to. As I'm going to punch the phantasm with one of my gauntlets.
Jesus, take the breaking wheel. Roll away.
Specifically, the anti-magic gauntlet.
Oh.
+2 from flanking.
Okay. Now, same square flanking is a weird one, but that does hit, and it does do damage. There is a downside, which means you get to roll a dispel check.
Alright.
Depends on how much you use that attack roll. I'll use the damage as a dispel check, because that's usually how it's done with Slade.
Alright.
Okay. The downside, however, is you've just shoved a anti-magic effect into the face of someone casting. So, whilst you yet have successfully punched a hole through the phantasm,
yep,
you have also disrupted the cast that Ormond had readied. But you didn't kill Ormond.
That's good.
So,
did I manage to dispel the phantasm?
It's writhing on the ground in a mass of flesh. Like the second it's like it's something out of a video drone, not near the end with the fucking tumor bullet. The ribcage bursts open and just tendrils of loose meat begin to like wave around as the magic starts to uncoil from the flesh that it's been wound together from.
Oof.
Sorry about that, Ghost.
That's the thing. It doesn't make a noise. It's just nearly completely silent, barring a few kind of mild damp noises. Not even dirty sounding ones, just like regular, like someone opening up. It almost sounds like someone cutting up bacon. It's more disconcerting because it's something small. You get the feeling that noise might stick. That very mild noise might just stick with you.
Faustus, wreathe me in flames.
He gives you a look as if to say, well, how many? How much? Scale of 1 to 10.
Enough that you can still charge up. And start charging, my friend.
Okay.
Reflexively, the ghosts shudder when you dispel their effect. Almond shouts out, I'm fine.
There's it's almost like a muzzle report on a rifle as the flames just in one big boom. The room actually gets slightly concussed by the shockwave of boiling air.
Excellent.
The sensation is not burning. It's more a sense of lightheadedness.
Hmm.
Feels like someone putting a hand either side of your head and squeezing.
As a swift action, I shall wreathe my greaves in holy light.
Okay.
I'm going to move over here as a move action. Essentially trampling these two.
Roll that CMB. It's overrun.
All right.
Can I attempt to assist him by restraining the figure I'm possessing?
Unfortunately, you're occupying the space. You weren't technically possessing it.
Oh.
Besides, it's kind of uncoiling at this point. It's not. It's good. You just don't roll one. You nearly did that. I saw it about.
Yeah. Got close.
Yeah. You just walk through them.
Would I hit them with the holy light as I trample them?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Excellent.
The odor of burning, rotting, like that sour smell you get from when you cook meat and you realize, like, oh, it's turned, but it's too late now. We put it to the pan. That kind of off grey-green tone of the flesh as it begins to shrivel and curl up.
Bruh.
That'll do.
Bro.
How did you actually do half a point of damage?
86.5. Holy.
It do be like that.
Indeed. It is only.
Holy. Yeah, again. Whew.
2 phantasms down. Okay.
And for my final attack, I would like to strike at this man.
Okay.
He is levitating, correct?
Yes. It's almost like he's floating on... There's these thin, like, filaments floating in the air, and it's almost like he's, like, just floating on a cushion of them in midair.
Yeah, they're
Sort of
out here
flying
raising
away,
the
but-
devil. They're out here raising the devil, had him about 5 feet off the ground.
It's more like they're spider-like beings, and they're moving on the webs.
Bill, are you gonna hurt me for that joke?
Please do.
No, the situation doesn't need it.
Right. As I approach the former commander, I'm switching to the sanctified estoc or rapier, and I shall essentially do a sort of lunge. Mind you, I have reach on it, so it's just flavor, and I will attempt to stab him.
Okay. Roll it.
+2 from flanking.
Unfortunately, because Hadion's stance broken, he can't provide flanking.
Ah.
Not bad, yeah. Unfortunately for you, as you lunge forward, he tucks and wraps his arm around the rapier. Riposte it, and manages to riposte you.
See.
What's your CMD?
My CMD is... Let me have a look. It is... That is strange. Apparently it is... Wait, let me double check this on my sheet, 1 sec. Oh, okay. It is 16 plus 3 in this case, so 19 rather.
Okay. As he drags you through, I'm not sure what kind of maneuver this is, but he's managed to kind of throw you off your balance. And with the garbled, kind of reverberating cry of "Stop resisting!" as he manages to flick your feet out from under you and pivot you so your back is to his legs. And this is where the wondrous thing about martial arts style feats comes in. Because he's moved you 5 feet, he gets a free attack.
I see.
As he just starts... At first, it looks like he's trying to karate chop you in the spine, and then you realize as he swings his hand, almost like an axe, the original blow doesn't move away. It's it's almost like a second silhouette of a hand, just more bone flesh multiplying itself as it just smashes itself into the back of your breastplate.
Oh, he needs to make me a will save to make the attack because of Sanctuary.
Yes, but unfortunately, as a phantasm, he's immune to Sanctuary as it's technically a psychological effect.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Let me double check that to be safe. I found a sanctuary. So I
So
know that.
Pretty sure it's for an
alpha.
existential effect.
I'm double checking it now.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's abjuration now. It used to be a psychological effect, like whole person.
Mm.
Okay, you will need to roll will save. Which he actually passes if it's not too terribly hard. What's the will save?
DC 21.
He actually makes it with the
Nice.
minimum roll of a 17. Guess he takes penalties of those. But yeah, he's going to go digging for your spinal column. Ultimately, with you, it doesn't do very much, but there's bits connected to it that are important. After a bit of wailing on with a noise like someone putting their thumbs through a tin can, you notice the phantasm getting increased. Like it's the facsimile of anger as he's trying to dig his way into a spine that's completely indestructible.
Also, Justin from Lathina for 2 saying,
Is there any chance I might be able, as he's
Thank you, Melvina.
trying to dig his way into my body, is there any chance I could like touch him with the anti-magic gauntlet?
You made an overrun and a lunge. So unless you've got another...
It wasn't an actual lunge, by the way.
Or,
it was
a lunge. It's an attack.
Reach, yeah. Yeah, just making sure.
Do you have any attacks left?
Let's see.
I'm going to move action to overrun I'm guessing probably a standard action attack.
Let's see. Yeah.
Again, it's a smoke and be gone situation.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I do not believe so. Although I am wreathed in flames, so that might do something.
Oh, he's starting to catch fire. He's starting to catch, but the suit, even if it is a phantasm, is still heat resistant. Unfortunately, and thankfully for yourself, you only take 4 points of damage from just the skin being flayed away as he's attempting to break your spine, but realizing he can't actually do that. So it's more just lacerations.
I look at him, smile, and say, "You're not real."
His neck like twitches and cracks loudly as you say that. Okay, so if I can there. Comrade, field is yours.
Hello.
So you jumped like a bunch of midgets who can't actually hit anything.
I'd like to transform into the Commie Ranger thing first.
Okay. Actually is, but...
And then I've got a vampire power that lets me summon a swarm of rats that I would like to ride like Iceman or something, but you know, rats.
Or in what's that video game you can totally do that in?
Dishonored.
Dishonored, yeah.
Okay, now when you say you're going to ride around them, are you looking to like ride the wave normally, let them carry you, or are you looking to like hit them with like full force and just skid on the greasy blood?
Oh
no! No, the first option, like form the like cooperative wave.
The proletariat of rats, the rat union. Carry comrade to victory.
Behold, the pied pikeys.
Yeah, so I'd like to ride that into this spider thing, but as we approach, you know, like I'm gonna somersault off the top as all the spiders crash into his face. I mean, all of the rats crash into his face. And I want to try and cut off one of these front arms with the pinchers on.
Okay. roll me a dance check, please. Because you're going to have to try and teach your rats to dance, like Discworld style.
Rats are really good at learning. That's a fact.
Oh, that's a pretty respectable roll. It's enough height to get you up into its grill. If you'd like to make an attack roll, please, as you do actually, do manage to successfully teach your rats to both carry you and to manage to throw you up high enough for you to get the range. Unfortunately, your sickle swings out and just kind of scrapes across its hide. You see like a shower of sparks as it does so. This thing is durable. Those armor plates, even if the creature does initially look fleshy and it's like a mass of meat, it's a lot tougher than it looks.
Possible, like, that on seeing this, I could switch to doing more of using a sickle as a hook to, like, swing around onto his back or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea. Roll me another dance check, please. Okay, so roll again. This time will be opposed, however. I roll poorly. Okay, so you lash out. You don't manage to, rather than scraping across its hide, you scrape the sickle across its teeth. Like, the long as it skips from tooth as it scrapes across the ceramic, seemingly
like when you're
managing
against a fence.
I would say it's more akin to taking a stick and scraping it across from gravestone to gravestone. Though, as it skids off, seemingly the sickle being blunted rather than the teeth injured, you hook it over onto its lower teeth and hook it in between the teeth, managing to get some purchase. You didn't roll well enough to be able to lever yourself up, but you're in a position that next turn you will be able to.
Right. Cool.
Okay. Any other actions? You got Swift left. Any?
No, just get myself ready in an action sort of pose for the next turn.
Okay. Eris, you are in a bag of silk.
Can I this
You're
time
fighting.
actually move? And can I tell that I can move?
The silk is very tightly spun, but you could, with some effort, you could try and wriggle yourself free, but it will take some effort. Actually, if you've got an appropriate skill or ability, please roll it. Or you could just roll CMB. Weapons you're trying to use will require a sleight of hand check, which is dex if you don't have ranks.
Remember the claws.
I do have
Brutality.
Does it help that my bones are made out of a dead god?
Well, it did prevent the creature from eating your bone marrow.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Right. Good.
Guess I would like to do a CMB. Try to get out of this. Do I get any bonuses if I use my claws somehow?
Yes.
On your end or on my end?
I'll figure them in at my end.
Okay. 17.
You managed to dig a nail through some of the silk, but it's still slow going. Could you roll me damage, please?
Of the claws?
Yes, please.
I've not done much with my claws. Ooh, damn it.
For a second there, it almost felt like the nail was going to wrench, but you managed to turn sideways and run it through some of the silk, but there's a lot of it. It's going to take some digging.
I see.
You have a move and a swift left.
Sorry if you can hear people firing off fireworks
No.
right now.
Nothing's coming through. No, don't
Oh,
worry.
that's fine. I can't hear it.
I'm more so worried about OBS. Because my mic picks it up on that end. I'm not sure if I can do much unless there are any recommendations, because my brain is smooth.
What are you trying to do?
Get out. I have a move and a swift, I believe.
Can you just rip through the webs with your claws?
I did 2 damage.
She didn't roll very well, unfortunately.
I see.
Again, it's slowly but surely making its way through.
Also, Penny, you have a certain dog in your bag.
I do. He's not in a bag, he's currently in a different plane. What the fuck would I put him in a bag if he can just like hop in and out on with the planes?
Can't you call him?
Yeah,
Sure.
can you?
I will. Have Albert hop in. Be a
Okay.
good boy.
He appears on the opposite side of the silk. You can hear him.
Oh, just
And you can see the lack of, you can see the hole in the lighting where he is.
Please help.
He will quite happily bite down into the silk and start wrenching at it. Now, it does somewhat resemble a puppy playing with one of those like chew toys, but he's making good headway.
It's better than nothing. Can I attempt to use my telekinesis to aid?
Yes.
Okay, I will do that. Oh yeah, from when the spike went into her shoulder, would I have taken any damage from that?
You're not sure. You can't feel any pain. You look down. There's like definitely like you see red.
Okay.
Thank you, Zal, with your sister. Let's double check what his bites can do. I forgot you had that. He takes a sizable chunk out of it, in fact.
Good puppy.
Let me just roll his damage.
God damn.
You can now see the light. You can see air. You can see a massive fucking set of teeth just tear through the cloth in front of you.
She's just gonna try to pull her head back so she doesn't get bit herself. Oh, question. What would it be to change shape back? Would it be also standard?
I believe so.
Most likely, okay. Because I take, if I lose 2 feet from my height, I might have a bit of wiggle room in that silk. But that is for...
Wiggle.
And when you change shape, it's I run on Company of Wolves rules, or Van Helsing rules, where you to transform, you tear off your skin that reveals the werewolf form, and when you turn back, you tear off that skin as well. So it would leave a layer of like werewolf hair that would actually help insulate you from the. And yes,
I've already tried, so no.
Planet, you will soon be receiving a character sheet for Albert, as he is now. He's just old enough to be combat ready.
be.
But can I just use my swift to go ahead paths with telekinesis?
Yes,
Okay, that's what I'll do.
of course. There's always an option.
Good.
It is always morally correct. Speaking of always morally correct, here's the example of not that, and here's Neri.
Oh, yay. Just to get it back on my feet, is that going to be a full round action?
Or you can use acrobatics to jump up as a swift.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
it's
will
a
try to
free
do the
action.
acrobatics. Fug.
Nope, but it's not enough to get you vertical, but
Does she have a stick? Maybe. That she would use for leverage.
It's a kip up rather than a jump.
Ah, gotcha.
Saying that, if you got a stick, I'll let you do it.
Okay. I think well, I don't have a stick, but what do I have? I have a crowbar.
Good enough. It's even walking stick shaped because we
Yes.
collectively picked that one like walking stick shaped type of crowbar rather than the traditional hook.
So I will use my crowbar to help me try and prop myself back up from my splendiferous failure there.
As a free action to stand up then.
Okay. All right.
Again, you weigh 26 pounds. You can basically propel yourself into the ceiling off that.
Well, yeah. Can I propel myself up into the air to try and do my jump kick I'm trying to do again?
It would still be a move action if it's a jumping charge.
Yeah.
Roll whatever skill you're using, acrobatics or dance or what have you.
What's gonna be the best? Acrobatics or dance? I don't have dance, but it's gonna have to be acrobatics.
Eyes pivot like a chameleon's.
Yeah. Could I have one good acrobatics check?
You know
What?
Yeah, I thought there was a chance it might have been a silver one.
What?
Oh, I thought I'd go in the coins just to see how we could get. Don't mind me.
Either way, I'm attacking, but I'm just trying to see if I can get any kind of
It's
flourish
quite high.
going on.
It's quite high up, but the creature's quite large. So
Yeah.
roll to hit, please.
Okay.
Bruh.
Just
Fine.
shoot me, dude. Okay,
Who
my
is
rolls
that?
are just fucking dice gods. Come on, man.
What the fuck? Okay, so remember that die, that black coin that just gave you one roll?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Target's weapon becomes +4 when standing in water.
Bruh.
Whew. Well, let's scrap that underwater section of the campaign. Throw that right in the trash. God damn. I'm keeping the river section though.
Do I keep that though? What?
Yeah, but no, +4
Underwater level.
bonus when in water.
What if she fills her boots with water?
Has to be the weapon when you're standing in water.
Ye-
If you have big, dumb Wellington boots and fill them with water, and you're willing to make fort saves versus trench foot, you can get the +4.
Yes,
It
hollow
makes sense in a
bones.
way because
Put the water in the bones.
it makes sense in a way because lobsters.
That's true. That's true. So it's +4 to my attack or my damage?
Attack and damage when you're in water. Only when you're standing in water.
What about piss?
Only if the person is hydrated enough that it's clear.
Okay.
Them's the rules.
You know what to do.
By our showers combined.
There's another T-shirt. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Okay, that's so good. My air showers combined. Excellent.
Roll your second D10,000 of the turn. This is where she gets 7, 6, 4, 1 and gets a -4. Oh, Lord. 6, 8, 6, 4.
That's all right. It'll turn around. Whenever it gets bad, it always gets better. Just statistically speaking.
It's not how probability works, Aiden.
I mean, no, just put more coins in the slot machine. Trust me, it'll get better. Obviously, at some point.
I'm gonna let you choose
That's
between
totally
these
how
two because he's
statistics
all
work.
okay.
I have a fucking Bonferroni. I have the Bonferroni calculation written behind my face on my whiteboard right now. I totally how statistics work.
Oh, I like Guy Fieri too. Okay, I'm going to let you choose which fist hits you. Either the target will rescue their closest ally, but at the cost of their own life, or your arms and legs swap places.
There's a joke about this in my new video. Someone wrote. Oh my god! It's serendipity.
So now you get to swap places of your limbs.
Oh, obviously we're doing that because it's
Monkey.
serendipity. One of the students in that hilarious study said that their disability was that they had feet for hands and hands for feet. Clearly.
So now you are that student.
Now I am subject number.
What about the one huge rock you have as a hand? What's gonna happen with that?
Yeah, what happens?
Oh
with
yeah,
that?
I forgot about that. Yeah, you
Fucking
still got that big
club
boulder hand. Okay.
Comes the club foot.
I am subject 2. I am subject number 2.
So you've got one hand, one club, and 2
Shit.
feet.
I am subject
You're
number
built like
2.
a goddamn
I am
Silent
shit.
Hill villain.
Let's
Dude,
go.
every one of us is playing Pathfinder. Neri's playing GURPS.
No, this bitch playing Gamma World.
Okay, so I have
Yeah.
so now I have a club foot.
A literal club foot, but you've also got 2 feet for arms and then 1 hand for a foot.
I'm wondering how this affects my weapons and attacks. So, am I wearing my boots on my hands? That are coming. Okay, so they're from my arms.
It says your limbs swap places, so everything on them swap places too. So you've got big Sabaton leg hands, and you've got the lobster claw club and hand in place of your feet. So now you're even shorter, but you've got big gorilla limbs that end in Sabaton.
Gorilla mode.
You're built like a
Lobster
fucking
feet.
orangutan.
I'm flawed. I'm
She's slowly
incorrect.
morphing back into a previous character.
That's what I was about to say. Is that I'm becoming more ape?
No, that curse bit turns back up on leaving the campaign.
Let's go, monkey mode engage.
So I put on my hat. I put my hat so fuck it. We'll draft caffeine to deal
Yeah,
with
well, can you open and peel a banana with your feet? I don't think so. Guess who can? This girl. So
That'll get clipped out of context. There's a lot of clips out of context in this episode. Also, for the record, I'm an American size 15 foot. I don't need to peel anything. I can just smash them into dust.
yeah, true. Could also use your giant skull. So go ahead.
Imagine a gorilla peeling your penis like a banana.
Why?
1 skin, 2
Why?
skin, 3
Gorilla
skin,
steen.
4 skin.
Foreskin. Oh my god, this episode has gone in so many directions.
Join us next week for episode
None of them
46.
are
A gorilla
good.
stole my penis. Brings a new meaning to gorilla munch.
Oh my god.
Rabbi
Oh.
Harambe.
Now you know why Gorilla Munch is so happy.
The Russell Jimmy gorilla is not happy.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
rustled.
He is. No, he's got a quiet
The new
smugness.
crap version is
It
is like
stinks.
just kind of a weird happy gorilla. The old
original-
version is like terrified.
Okay, what do you think the
He
original?
look, like the old
I have a
Russell,
question.
the Jimmy Russell gorilla looks like those like Rome Total War Rome 1 like legionnaires. They've seen
thought-
a horrible thing.
Oh,
You
I
will
thought he
know
had
the
a
image
quiet
title.
smugness. You think he
No.
looks like he's seen some shit. You think that there should be a
Yes.
post underneath of his face that says, "If
Oh,
only
you're
you knew
still
how
burning
bad
through
things
your
really
turn.
are." I'm sorry. What?
You're still burning for your turn. Everyone gets 5
I didn't know it was burnt. Well, what can I even do? I was able to get up. I wasn't able to attack.
You do have all your actions left.
No, I attacked and I failed.
You still have your move action.
I guess
Sure.
it is kind of a smug gorilla.
Bill, did I? So my attack failed, right?
You still got move action left. I'm now using move jump, so yeah, you would actually have.
So I'm fucked.
Let's put it over here. Well, no, now you've got fucking feet for hands and hands for feet. You're unstoppable.
Okay, but what am I? But I can't do anything in this turn, is what I'm saying.
Probably not, no, but you gained a lot of stuff out of it, to be fair.
What did I gain?
Water, +4 magical weapons when you're in water.
Alrighty.
If you live, it'll be big.
Well,
Fucking
that's
Seaman over here.
just okay. That's my turn. I'm even more
Someone
mutated.
someone throw a glass of water at this bitch so she can have literally the best weapons in the party.
It depends, Bill. Do you count ectoplasm as water?
No, I don't think so.
Again, it
Well,
has to
piss
be.
doesn't-
You have
if
to
piss
be
doesn't
hydrated
count-
enough. You have to be clear enough from hydration that it's clear.
And we're all dehydrated, so no one's even got piss to throw at me to help.
This is a horrific fucking set of sentences.
Never heard anyone say
I was about to offer we can
Reflex,
spit on you, but I think that's not gonna work.
Press
either.
S to spit. Everybody in the chat, press S to spit on me. I guess.
I'll give some caveat. If you pour out some of the box wine, I'll give you up to +4, but you take a level of inebriation for each level.
Good. I'd like a level of inebriation right about now. Let's
You
continue.
have not seen
That's it for my
inebriation,
turn.
chat. Okay, its turn. It will crawl higher up. It will. Its entire head, main body section, will lurches and heaves, and you see its different cartilaginous layers flex, as the hands inside are seemingly just writhing together. It takes a bite out of the ceiling, and the hands start melding the granite like clay, and eventually it vomits out a ball of mud and flesh, which eventually stands up.
Oh, excellent. Great.
What Pokemon is it this time?
I'm gonna see randomly. That'll be funny. Nah, fuck it.
Vaporeon, just because meme.
I do have to do that wish at some point. Actually, let's do that. Yeah.
Someone did request Vaporeon, didn't they?
We're going with Clone-Gorian. Oh god. Roll20's having a moment.
Is this implying that it ate Gorian?
Yeah, what did Gorian do to deserve this? To be vomited up by a really gross, weird daddy long dong.
In this version of him, it's a vague outline of him. All the limbs are too long and emaciated down to the point where they're almost like the thickness of a whip. Every finger is just bone and sinew and long taloned fingernails. It's almost a crone-like image of what Gorian is. Again, the question is, where's this creature run into Gorian before?
The better question is, does it?
That is a good question.
And is it voguing towards the party?
It begins to sashay across. It looks down. It looks down at Neri in this state, arms for legs and legs for arms, and instead squares up against the communist. Unfortunately, it can't attack on a turn 7, so. Okay, time for the kobold.
Does he put up his fisticuffs? Is that how he squares up?
No,
That's how I imagine it.
he sashes up, one hand on hip, with the other hand flips his scarf around his neck. And you notice that as it does so, there's these thin, silvery points of metal on the end of the scarf.
Oh, who fights with the scarf in
Lisa.
this,
Man.
no, not in JoJo. It's oh man, which fighting game is that? I can't remember now. Oh well.
It's Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah. What's that bitch's name from Street Fighter? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
We'll come back to that. Okay, the rest of the kobolds. This kobold here is nearest Baz, rather. It will begin chanting, and it's more.
Does that
which
provoke?
is it will roll. I forgot you got reach. it doesn't actually know you've got reach, to be fair. It will cast offensively check. And it will cast something.
Would it
And
provoke
then it will
attack of opportunity?
It passed its defensive casting, so it will not
Me.
work. Okay. It is going to move in. And it
Does it
is-
provoke for moving?
No, it's a 5-foot step.
I can't make 5-foot steps.
I can't make 5-foot step. It does know about that. So, and that with that in mind, because it doesn't, because the gyroscopic aura is obvious, because I know that much because I've used it myself. So I'm going to slightly alter the spell, which doesn't change the level. Could you make me a will save, please? I'll sort out the rest of the things here. Okay, that one's dead, that's dead.
All right.
Shovel level failed to hit Hadion.
Oh,
Hadion retort.
will it cast against Baz?
Yes.
All right.
Will save, please.
Needs to make a caster level check first.
Yeah.
DC 14.
Just will succeed.
All right. There we go. 17 increased by 3, so 20.
Okay, 23 total. Will save versus a curse effect. Just going to shrug that one off. Ross will attempt. Oh shit. Swing again. Okay. Okay. Ross is going to try and trip you again for another reposition. What's the CMD at this point?
My CMD is 19. Also, seeing as he was digging around in my body, would he be harmed by holy water?
He does not appear to be harmed by holy water, unfortunately.
All right.
As he's a phantasm, he's not an undead. Okay.
What was the difference again?
Phantasms are technically illusions.
Ah,
This is
okay.
a-
Gotcha.
He's essentially a bunch of meat held together with, you know, lip service, essentially. But he was going to
Oh,
grab
me
you by
too.
He's going to... You don't have any meat. Fucking Bones McGraw over here.
Stop calling me a bird.
I don't call you a bird. I said Bones McGraw because you're a skeleton. Anyway, it will grab you by the bottom of the rear plate of your breastplate, and he's going to hurl you, like, he's got, like, scruff of the neck and, like, bottom of the breastplate, and just hurl you into Hadion.
Does the Bishop's Blade provide any further protection against it? Because I think it had a proviso for effects that would move me.
Not in this case, as he's physically lifting you off the ground.
All right.
If you planted for it to work. Okay, that will, with flanking, be Hadion's CMD, because Hadion uses Rogue Bab, so he's fucking useless in melee. Now, you count as a large creature, correct?
Nope. Medium.
I mean, in terms of when... Oh, yeah, you are what's beneficial for you, so it'd be your medium rolls. Okay, find D10. One D10, we need one. Okay, respectable. Okay, we have 15 points of bludgeoning to both you and Hadion. You're left in a heap.
All right. Is it affected by the flames?
I will have to roll because it does have resilience to flames because of its suit, but it's not perfect. Okay, it is burned. What's the damage on the...
I don't know.
10. Yeah, oh, fucking hell, yeah. It's lost a hand. Its left hand is it's like scorched down to the bone. In the process of throwing you, but it does manage to throw you. The phantasm will nod to the shovel-wielding one. It will 5-foot step over here.
I can't 5-foot step.
Oh, because of the gyroscope. Oh, no, it's technically
Oh,
off the
actually,
ground, so it's not
it's
affected by
levitating.
gyroscopic aura.
Alright, yep.
And its turn. Two fighting. Well, those two have to fight the rats, I suppose. And miss. And one fighting Aiden. May hit. Neri, what is your AC? What's your AC minus 4?
My AC minus 4 will be 19.
Okay. The fate co will lumber up to you.
Oh, right, because the rage, right. Okay, sorry.
And it will swing its little hammer at you.
Uh-huh.
But you notice that there's no actual difference between where it begins and where the hammer ends.
Right.
Okay. +2 from your rage effect. Okay, that will be a total of 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
As it smacks you in the face with that. It just catches you across the face with its
You're with
hammer.
the face of the claw hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, that's its turn. Oh, Albert,
Okay.
Albert will go on Garrus's turn. Armand, the field is yours.
Almond readies his firing stance, pulling back the bow after readying an arrow that has been dipped in the... Where's the goddamn poison? I marked it on my sheet. That has been dipped in the vampire's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
However, before doing so, both ghosts look at each other. And in a gravelly voice that the party has not been hearing him use. Headphone warning. Not because it's going to be loud.
Oh, God, hang on.
Because I'm getting closer to it. Eludum looks over at Almond and says to him,
"O Minizen, begin."
Medicine, with confidence being given permission to use his name, says, "Fucking finally." And with all pretension, begins pulling back the bow and shouts out, "When I start firing, you start ducking, boss."
Don't worry, I'm already in a crumpled heap on the floor. He's laying on top of Hadion.
He then shouts out, "Ifrit!"
Yes.
I'm going to do things with fire. Amplify it.
Don't worry. Things are in hand.
The ghost will then turn towards Mattoon and will ask him again, "Are you staying or are you going?"
Mattoon will reach to his back, pump the canister 3 times, and nod.
Almond gives him a nod, but Elutin then announces to him, "I give you no promises that you will live through this, but I will do my best to keep you alive. I swear it on the goddess." He will then snap his fingers 3 times. 3 flames will appear again. More specifically, this one over here will move. This one will also move. And a third flame, if I can click on it properly, and a third flame will flicker further down towards Neri's position, inside of fake Gorian's head. That flame.
Fake Gorin does have reach and does have a effect, so he will get an attack opportunity as the thing streaks towards him. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Go ahead.
Okay. The flame will ignite.
Okay.
At the same time, Ludum's gaze will then focus on the being that he had made connection to before, and will attempt to start wresting control of the shell from the Daddy Long Dick. the Daddy Long Dong.
I no longer feel bad about things that will happen to you in this dungeon.
What would you need me to roll, Bill?
It's just for... Okay. So he's making a regular ranged attack through the flames, or...?
No, he's attempting to start using Grandmalevolence to...
Grandmalevolence, this is just a will save on my part.
Yes. 19, sir.
Will fail. You can rest control the caster. Okay, I'm going to switch over to using the...
Just trying to force my cap back onto the top of my caiman jacket. It wouldn't go on.
Where's the
caster? Right here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it on the drop-down menu for what it's meant to fucking stand for. I've got so many fucking things.
Would you be able to shift-click on it?
No, it's that I need to set the permissions as to who can control it. Can you control that? Should be under Dancing Flames. I know that's the Dancing Flames is a separate thing because I'm fucking sticking the skull.
I can move like.
Flame. So many. Yeah, you've got control of him, but I'm going to have to sort this out quickly.
Can't move him yet.
Yeah, I'm just sorting out the permissions now. But what will you be doing?
As he starts wresting control from the creature and then finally gains control of the vessel, he starts physically crooning the creature's body around in ungodly methodology. It's not like anything he's done with Grand Relevancy before. Seemingly a much more forceful and chaotic will being exerted through the being than normal. Upon which its head and its feet and its stance leer around as though it's being pirouetted on an axis that does not make geometric sense, and croons its neck in the direction of Baz. And despite the creature having a skull, if Baz wills to perceive it, a ghostly eye winks at him.
I give him a nod as I writhe on the ground.
So that just gives the old thumbs up as he's getting his teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
Good news, Baz. And Baz gets like face planted into Hadion's midsection.
Good news, everyone. The shaman will then attempt to forcefully push into the commander.
Okay, roll me a CMB check. Use your own for this.
Okay. CMB or CMD?
B.
20.
Okay, so we opposed. Okay, unfortunately, the commander rebukes you with a shove of his foot to knock the kobold body back to his own square.
Fair. And open. Here we go. The Lutum side will begin chanting to cast a spell while communicating to Mattoon. I will clear the path for you, but it will still be dangerous. Move with the cover. Upon which, Almond will aim, slightly shifting the flame in front of the commander, and firing his incendiary arrow through it.
Mm-hmm.
That one
Roll to hit. The fake Commander Ross will literally, like, its head snaps around, and with a backhand, knocks the incendiary arrow at midair.
Does he make contact with the head of the arrow?
No, he strikes through the stave.
Okay. Almond will notch another arrow, and Elutum will finish his turn by sucking on some evil code red. Just give me a second to get that out. I made sure to formula this time.
Baz. You're up. You're in a heap with Hadeon. Hadeon's kind of got the worst of it, considering you're wearing full plate.
Yeah. So real quick, would Hadeon be able to take his turn? Because I don't believe he has.
He runs on the NPC turns.
Right, because I'm not sure if he had his turn last turn.
He was locked in close combat with the shovel user. And neither of them could hit the neither of them could really do much to each other. Both of them are either they've got better armor than each other, or they've got better defense than each other.
Yeah.
Bill, do you recall how much damage I took before?
I want to say it was 18 damage.
Okay. I healed back 10 of those hit points for a total of 38.
So, could I roll to identify the armored figure? To figure out if he's a phantasm?
Yeah. You don't have to roll that. You know he's a phantasm.
Alright.
You can roll to identify what he's a phantasm of, because they do technically use the stats of the original. Albeit,
I see.
The less cohesive they are, the less they use those stats.
In that case, what's up?
Before you take your action, the shaman turns its head to you and speaks in Lutum's voice, albeit very serious.
These bodies are disposable. Use them.
Duly noted.
The mental image that just jumped into my head is just cuts to interior of Baz's head and she's picking them up by the feet and swinging them at people.
Yeah, that's how Baz processes it.
Yes, that is exactly what the ghost intends.
Alright. Actually, I would like to try and identify if there's any sort of central nervous system kind of equivalent, anything about the physiognomy, or if it's just a mass.
Roll a Arcana or Spellcraft.
Would I also be able to aid to assist since I'm now in control?
I don't think you need to.
The
threads that populate this area, that are crisscrossing through the air, that are actually floating on the air as well as loose filaments, are the method that they use to communicate information. It's kind of like Wi-Fi.
Would I be able to figure out if this is also what maintains them? With that roll?
It's not what maintains them. They are kind of like a fleshy variation on Simulacrum. You could potentially learn to cast this spell if you were a caster and had a 6th level spell slot. This is what happens when you use the summon creature table to determine your abilities.
I should do that again. I should summon creatures.
Okay.
Somewhere out there is a dog that can fart goddamn prismatic sprays at people. That thing has killed a bunch of other creatures. That is...
It's going on its own quest.
It's going on an adventure.
If anyone at home wants to see Dog Quest, where it will be playing everyone as John, but they're all playing as the Prism Hound, that could be a special one.
Could I also roll knowledge to identify the commander and his abilities?
Yes. Yeah.
Would that be knowledge martial?
Yes.
All right.
He seems to be he's got a mix of crashing wave style, as well as quite a few broken blade maneuvers. He's even,
also,
you notice also that as you look in closely, where around the edges of his limbs, there's green scaly skin forming where his body is corroding, and it seems like he is not just a copy of one person. He's gaining and losing traits from various other creatures that seem to be kept adjacent to him in the spider creature's kind of memories. So he seems to be getting significantly stronger than he was, but less cohesive.
Would I know if he is given more priority by the spider in terms of him being formed or things being shuffled around?
They all have about the same level of power, but they're based on the original creature. So they're proportionate to that creature's abilities.
All right.
The commander was quite high up. He was a field officer and a first officer, so he was actually dangerous in life, and especially someone with synthetic limbs.
Okay.
So he's stronger than he's a lot stronger than the average human.
And finally, would I know whether or not he's expended his counter already, seeing as he swatted the arrow aside?
No, that was the result of a deflect arrows. Technically didn't even proc because he wouldn't have hit anyway, but he declared to have used it anyway, so he cannot deflect arrows again this turn.
That is very good to know.
Though also one thing you pick up from Knowledge Martial, the way he stands, you know from that stance that he has a weapon speciality feat. Would you like to know what it is?
Gladly.
Boulder.
Is that a reference, Bill?
Don't worry about it. But you can spec into throwing boulders at people. It's actually a fairly robust feat chain.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying. Okay. Oh, did I manage to figure out if this creature has any sort of central nervous system, physiognomy, etc.?
They are primarily composed of just kind of compacted meat and bone, so it's not a lot of. It's a facsimile of a creature. It's not the actual creature. There's not a lot going on upstairs. It has just enough hardware and wetware to do maneuvers.
Essentially,
and
I would like to figure out.
In case the casters, they're not actually casting; they are conduit casters. So they are just the framework and geometry of the original shamans were enough to kind of spew out some draconic abilities.
Okay, in that case, would I know if there's any sort of part of its body would be more ideal to destroy, or is it kind of equal all around?
You pop the eyes, it'll be as blind as a normal person if they've got their eyes popped.
Okay.
So this guy is fairly heavily armored. Probably best to just crush his head.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I'm going to touch his ankle and cast Reforge.
Excellent.
As a swift action.
He's got Buhurt style armor, so you know roughly what you're dealing with. So how would you like to ruin this man's day?
I would like to turn his armor to lead and have his helmet just crumple in on itself like a Coke can.
Okay, now keep in mind you'll do slightly less damage because you've turned it to lead, but the added burden of it is a nice touch.
Also, it disrupts any sort of communication.
True. It will make it a fort save of Reforge, I believe. Well, you're all the sticks. Not doing well today. Yeah, I'm not going to roll the damage. This is kind of this is the noise. As he hits the ground.
Nice.
Always good to have an empty
nice.
hand.
As I said, you're not real. And
as you look at the commander after that line, sections of his skin on his face are green, and one of his eyes has turned completely pearl white.
Excellent. Let's see.
There's something disquieting about how wet that boom noise was.
Since I crumpled this man, can I make an intimidate?
Yes.
Alright.
Surprisingly ineffective, considering the horrible thing you just did. It just seems to piss him off, it seems.
I see. Oh, let's piss him off a little more. I'm gonna blast him with Holy Light.
Do it.
Let's see. Where is it? There it is. First, second.
Okay, that's a hit. Oh yeah, you already used his deflect arrows this turn.
Yep.
Well, the first shot will actually miss, but the second one will hit, and of course it's the one that has like max damage. 55. So you blast off the non-synthetic arm. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! It's just a crumpled, like, withered, blackened husk.
As I fire that shot, could I ask Faustus to empower it?
Faustus can't even reply at the moment. He's got something cooking it.
Gotcha. In that case,
you get a notion of if I don't concentrate, this thing's going to go off.
Alright, you do you, buddy.
After Bash hits his arm off in the distance, one of the ghosts talk out, "Deflect that, bitch!"
As he turns to look at the ghost. He will actually use his reaction for this turn. And regrows his arm. And it's covered in this long whitish hair and ends in a strange long-fingered talon. If anyone wants to make a nature check, you may.
Sure.
Of course.
That is a... Well, it has humanoid vague shape. That is a very, very large example of an arm belonging to what those at home would know as a North American possum. Well, the Messians will just know as some kind of big rat. Those things that wash up on shore every now and then we have to beat to death with broom handles. A Nutri rat showed up in Jersey for a beach, and unironically, I think the locals killed it before it could breed and fuck up the crops.
Okay. And as a move action, I'm going to be a bit creative. I'm going to use landscaping to erect a 5-foot barrier on my square in order to push myself up from being prone.
As Hadrion's flung into the ceiling.
Just slam the ground, and I will surround your boy with a great, big, pretty wall. Huge. The best wall.
Big, beautiful wall.
The greatest wall.
because Hayden's got an ability to let some control those falls. Okay, he will drop in behind him to give flanking, landing on top of one of the tables, also giving him a height advantage.
Does the shaman's position also count as flanking?
No, because it has to go through it and be clean. One. If the flame was a creature, it would and it had reach. It could afford flanking, but
Okay, this is a bit dickish, but could I create the wall in such a way that it just like surrounds him, but there's like a few little gaps at his legs, so that we can just stab at his shins?
you could try. But he'd also benefit from if he's got time to react, he will benefit from the defenses as well. So, do you want to risk giving him enhanced cover?
That's true.
Murder holes, improperly built, are like tracers.
Oh,
They go both ways.
in that case, I will use it to surround the
bullet
shaman.
character. Okay.
Just throw it around him. There you go.
Defense.
Yes.
8 AC, you can't argue with that.
Alright, that'll be it for Baz.
Okey-dokey.
Encapsulating the
Comrade,
shaman?
you've got a burning capitalist
Yes.
in front of you.
Okay.
Mark, are you awake? Has he been claimed by the zone?
I am.
Oh,
So my-
oh,
You've got a burning capitalist in front of you.
Oh, the best kind of capitalist. An aggressive one.
It's your turn, mate. Do as much as you wish.
Yeah, I'm saying, is this person in front of me does he want to fight me, or is he
Yes.
just like, I'm on fire?
He's not just having a pose off, unless you really want to do that, in which case he might do it.
Well, I'm gonna throw down my weapons. I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Meanwhile, on top of Arsenal gear, it's like, I'm capitalism, communism, capitalism. Do it. Roll to hit.
communism.
What should I do? I don't have fists as an option.
Just roll a regular attack. Roll to punch the burning man.
I'll just hit him with a hammer instead.
Yes, it
Oh, it barely does anything.
smack him in the face. It's like looks at you. Pathetic. I can't. Gorian has like a very specific, like taciturn, like venture capitalist voice, but I've decided. I'm decided to switch gears. To,
What did Gordon do to
Pathetic.
deserve this?
I rolled and made a seat.
Trump.
Why'd you just make him Doctor? Oh no, he's doing a Dr. Layman. Hey, communism.
Welcome to Luxembourg, bitch.
That's pretty good, Bill. That was fucking spot on. Welcome to Luxembourg.
Please take the cider out to the microwave.
Oh, I miss Layman.
Anyway, Comrade, you've got a move and a swift left. Do you want to smite the capitalist scum?
What do you think the answer is? But I don't know, let's find out.
Is your name Mark? Shut the fuck up.
Well,
Mark,
my
would you
name's
wish-
not Mark. It's Comrade the Third.
That's the fucking
True.
spirit.
I don't know. I'll try and hook his legs.
Do it.
That's classic move.
Just roll the hot hammer thing. I'll extrapolate from there.
Well, I'd use a sickle to hook his legs because it's in better shape.
Damn, capitalism strong today. What the fuck has happened? Usually, like the dice adore Mark, but
the dice have been
roll
shit
above 5.
to everybody tonight. It's been at least to me and Mark and a couple of people.
Not 20.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as soon as I said that, I was like, oh no, there've been a couple of good rolls, but yeah.
I've been quietly sipping up all the luck in the background.
It's Han, you did this. It's you. I blame you.
You did Mark dirty.
You
How dare
stole
you?
it.
I'm sorry. I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
Any other actions you'd like?
I ate all
else
the
you'd like to
dice.
do?
Assuming that he starts going down from me hooking his legs, I'll spit on him.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. He manages to stop you from dragging him to the ground. You can still spit on him though.
He's still, but he's quite
Kind of face to face with him. Gives you like prime spitting distance. You could spit up one of his nostrils. Someone in the fucking audience is into that kind of weird shit. I'm backing out from this.
Still wearing his top hat.
Yes, he's still wearing his
Knock his top hat off then.
I'm not going to make you roll for it, you just do it. Cunt. He looks up at you as if to say, you bastard.
There's nothing like worse than someone knocking your hat off.
Especially if you happen to be a pig that's only kept sentient by it. Anyway, Eris, the fuel is yours. You can now breathe.
I see the spider thing, yeah?
Yes.
Has it seen me
I
get
can
out?
breathe. You turn over and you just see this monstrous fucking thing. It knows where you are, but it has not seen that you are free-ish. Or semi-free. I'm just going to rule that Albert will just wrench away the rest of the webbing this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's going to banish the fucking web. Please ignore that I've just put it in the wall.
To the shadow realm.
Indeed.
By the 9.
Oh no. Let me just check one thing. I don't expect to be free already. Leave me alone, Microsoft Edge. Okay, let's see.
It's a gribbly at the top. It hasn't seen that you're free. If it did, it'd be like, damn, why are you so free?
I'm considering using one of the Chimera Soul Discipline things.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do actually a knowledge check on it now that I can see it?
Yes.
And these are free, right?
Yep. Roll them if you got them.
I like to both roll Arcana and Nature.
Make it so.
That would be Arcana.
Okay. And Nature.
And Nature.
Goddamn. Okay, you know precisely what this creature is. It is a spirit that has been summoned in, much like your summon spell, but it has been crammed into a body forcibly. This used to be a person.
And it, I guess, stretched out the body to fit.
It has been possessed so long that the monstrous spirit that is inhabiting it has kind of shifted it around to its liking. It seems to be some kind of fiend in service to the spider god Lolth. Which is unusual to see, considering that the Duergar and the Drow hate each other's guts. But being able to enslave a spider spirit like this.
Hmm.
With high accolade. And this thing, you have 2 questions.
Weaknesses?
Okay, I'll blend this in with defenses. Because it doesn't technically have a weakness as much as a defense exploit. Okay. And what's the other question? So I can give you one big go.
Whatever information is most beneficial to attacking it.
Maybe.
Again, you're getting all the defensive stuff, so.
Maybe special abilities?
Okay. Defensively, it is completely impervious to non-magical attacks. So it has to be a magical weapon or a spell. A regular mundane sword will bounce off it, do no damage.
Would my talons count as non-magical due to the whole dead god bone?
Yes, as they're considered epic, so they bypass all DR, and they're considered, they bypass magicals. He's counted as having infinite damage reduction.
So would the talons work on him? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the talons and teeth will work. Regular mundane weapons will not. Magic weapons do. Spells do. The other thing is, he has 2 major magical abilities. One, rune webbing. He can spin runes into his webs.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of runic magic will work. Most of it's abjuration or evocation. Though you suspect that's probably how he's controlling all these phantasms. The other one is phantasmal supergoria, which is the ability to make these copies of creatures he's seen. And, well, that last bit isn't really covered under those. Oh, no, special abilities. Tertiarily, it can see through walls.
That's not nice.
As long as it concentrates, it can see through walls with no range limit. That's probably how it saw
Fucking
Goring, because
Minecraft
Goring was here for the
X-ray.
very opening. It seems that the Duergar are using this creature for that ability specifically, as well as its ability to make copies of their enemies. You suspect that there's actually a chance that quite a few of the workers in the area might not actually be real. The idea that some of these kobolds might have been working side by side with the clones of themselves and you never known. It's a bit nefarious.
I think I know what I'd like to do. At first, I'd like to use a boost, Envenom Fangs, which basically makes it so I gain 1d4 points of strength damage. Even those that are immune to ability score damage or poison effects are still affected.
Let's consider the penalty.
As well as use a strike. The strike is Bloody Horns, which allows me to make a gore attack against the target. Where I gain an additional 1d6 damage, and I'd like to attack it. Oh yeah, and it also will have to do a fortitude save if I hit it.
Okay.
Or it will gain bleed.
Okay, I would say roll acrobatics, but you have reach from your hair, so you can pretty much get to it. Just don't roll a 1.
Roll what?
A acrobatics check, please, because you need to propel yourself up towards it, because it's quite high up. As high up as you can really get in a room like this.
Could I go for his abdomen, as in from below, instead of from the top?
Yes.
$18.
Easily. With the added bonus from your... It's added +4 from the reach, so it's a total of 22. Okay, roll your damage and add a +4. Because you beat SMD.
Would I be allowed to make it a full attack?
It would have to be a standard, unfortunately, because you're charging. Unless you've got an effect that gives you pounce.
I don't believe so.
Something to look into. There's quite a few ways to get it.
Also, I'm not sure, but is 1d4 just the normal claw attack?
I believe so. Gore uses a different thing though. Gore uses like a D8.
Yeah.
Oh. Am I allowed to use d8?
Yes.
Okay, d8. I'd like to have a fortitude save.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't tell me what the DC is.
It'll be 10 plus. It'll be 10 plus your stat plus, which is always gonna be plus 5. So 15 plus whatever the level of the maneuver is.
That is level 2.
So 17. Which it has made, unfortunately.
Yes.
So roll to hit, please.
Okay.
Was it the 18? Or...
We have 1d8 as damage. Plus 1d6.
Plus 1.5 times your strength as well.
So 15. You got strength
9?
of 20. So 5. You roll. You round down. So it is.
I have a plus 6.
7.
I have plus 6 due to
you get both.
strength
Yeah,
being
9.
higher
9.
in the other form. So
It's 9,
1.5, that
earlier.
would be 9, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Again, I should have known that. I used it earlier against member of the party.
That's why I had mentioned it that, the score is 22 currently in the other form.
I'm just being absent-minded.
Okay. And since it was a successful, there's also the 1d4 strength score damage. Like, ability score damage. Which is a 4.
Okay. I'll say
Rip
it
and
did
tear.
pass the save. So
Let's
the
go,
fortitude
rip and tear.
save is for against bleeding.
ask against the bleed, okay.
And Venom Fangs does not have a save.
You can really tell that the Chimera Soul didn't make it to a second batch of testing. That's why she liked
Bless
it.
Salmas for giving
New
me
to like
this.
Steel Serpent. God bless that playtest that never made it past stage 1. Okay. You actually, as you jump up, you manifest a pair of curved ones like ram-like horns, hook onto one of its legs and snap off like 2 joints of it.
Good. Rip and tear until it's done.
The creature kind of looks down at its severed limb and just, again, utters that hollow.
Can I shush it
It's
back
good.
and use Intimidate?
Yes.
Would the creature be considered as having witnessed my transformation?
Yes.
Okay. So that
This
makes
creature doesn't
it
seem
plus 15 at least.
Despite
27.
having this body for as long as it has, it still hasn't quite got the hang of vocalizations. All it can really do is like hiss through its teeth at people. You think it might have been trying to yell, but yeah, that will be quite effective. Its chameleon-like eyes pivot to focus on you, and it backs itself into a corner in the ceiling.
Also, it was a charge, right?
Yes.
He has to do a will save. Due to Dreadful Wrath.
That'll probably pass.
Let me check the DC. 10 plus half character level, so 12 plus character modifier, so 17.
7.
Will pass. You rolled a nat 14. And he has at least +3, so... Okay. Any other actions this turn, Iris?
Give Albert orders for the next turn.
Okay.
Oh. I was also just informed that Albert can aid with Intimidate.
I've seen what his species can do in terms of intimidation. He's no slouch. The creature is like trying to scuttle away from you towards in its mind, less dangerous creatures.
I'm sorry. But I will give the order for Albert to dismiss it in the next turn.
Ooh, good pick. Neri.
Sorry. My mouth was full of drink. Okay. So. I'm up now, though, right? Can you turn my thingy? Or am I down on the ground again? How did I end up down on the ground again? Did I get knocked down? Bill?
Oh, yeah, okay, last turn, I believe.
I got attacked, but I didn't get knocked prone again, did I?
I don't believe you. Actually, you just didn't.
No, I did get up. I got up using the crowbar.
Yeah, you just didn't put yourself out, like standing up.
Well, I don't know how to. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, did it?
Just making sure I didn't. Making sure I didn't also get knocked prone again. No. All right, I am going to rev up my fist feet for the big punch. The big punch right into. You know what I'd like to do, actually? I'd like to try to slide underneath the spider's abdomen first. Like as a 5-foot step. Try to get to its underbelly, because it's really tall, isn't it? So I can get under there. I'm tiny.
Especially it's crawling across the ceiling at this point. But you can get,
it's on the ceiling?
You can jump and get
sorry.
to it.
I spooked it.
Oh, I forgot the ceiling thing. Yeah, right.
It's not a very high ceiling. It's like 15 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna try, but is its back face to me then now?
No, it always has to orient itself in the way it's depicted here. It's
okay.
Towards you.
All right, in that case then, I'm gonna just leap in the air with my feet, hands, and my sabatons that are on my feet, hands, and do a big, swirly big punch right into the center of it.
Okay, when you say punch, are you using the boulder arm or the regular arm?
No, they're replaced now. I now have a club foot, so it's my hand sabatons.
Okay, so it's hand sabatons. I wanted to know if you're using the club foot or the hand sabatons. So they're still feet. It should be noted.
I know.
Just wanted to make sure.
Am I able to figure out how to use my body being backwards at this point?
It's a bit of an esoteric one, to be honest.
I mean, it was a roll in the warp chart, so
it do be like that.
It do. So
just roll, I'd say.
All right.
We'll figure it out. In the situation with the adrenaline running, I don't think you've got time to think about the implications.
Oh, and I'm raging, so
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's demoralize. Okay. Unfortunately, it smashes into its hide, but it seems to just rebound off of its armored plating.
Okay, well, then,
I think you're currently in contact with the creature. Do you want to do anything once you're here?
While I'm in contact with it? While I'm punching it?
You want to? Kind of a weird situation, technically speaking.
Yeah, it is weird. So I mean, gentle touch was input on that.
Isn't gentle touch
gentle touch is a its essence.
It's a standard action as well.
It happened, but it's applied to my attack though, because all my attacks are non-lethal.
I'll let you have an extra swing with gentle touch, but there's a caveat. You have to use the boulder arm.
My foot, you mean?
Yeah, the hand foot.
Okay,
Club
so
foot.
I jump up in the air, I take a swing, it glances off of it, and then I do a backflip and hit it with my big club foot. All right? If you're gonna let me take 2 strikes, I'll do it. And
Yeah,
then
roll that.
probably
Don't
will
roll
fall on my face as I come down from this, but
Oh no, you land on your feet, hands.
fucking
Hand, feet.
A. Just fuck me, dude. Just fuck
Roll
my
the
shit
roll
up.
the d10,000. Roll the d10,000.
Oh my
A
god.
day is a day.
You know what? Just whatever, dude. Okay.
And it'll be okay. We can fix
I'm not
you.
actually mad. Just like, okay, I can't.
We
Like even
can
when Bill
fix
gives
you.
me like Bill bends the rules pretty hard to let me try and get a win, it's still fucked.
Caster thinks he's seen through someone else's eyes. Because he has.
Whose eyes are they?
You look. It's like you can look up and see yourself.
Third person perspective
Oh.
has been unlocked.
What if I told you that you're hit as you strike, the stone gives way on the boulder, foot, hand, foot, hand, foot, hand, limb, limb.
What?
And underneath you find, as you look up at yourself, looking down at yourself, and you see an eye.
Okay.
Ah, finally! After 10,000 years, I am free!
Oh,
And you look
oh
down
no! That
at your new stone hand, foot, hand, limb.
is it on my hand, or is it okay? Is it where
Behold!
my foot? Okay.
No more club, hand, foot,
Stone de Cruz.
eye.
Is this on my? So this is on my where my feet should be, right?
Yes. you
But
got
which
hand.
are
The
which are
club
hands?
was-
Where the club was
Yes.
is now this. So they're both my
It
feet are
appears
at
that
least.
you have destroyed my home.
What home?
The big boulder.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm insured.
Oh, all right.
Look at me. Look at me.
I feel like I shouldn't. What
He-
happens
he-
if I look at you?
He motions towards his fingers. Got him.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Holy shit, you
I
asshole.
didn't even notice it until I brought it up on screen. It's like,
you dick.
that thing's doing the fucking golem pose.
Got him. Wow, what a dick. Great, so now my foot is sentient. Is that what's happening now?
Yes.
I'm saying to him, not to you, Bill. I'm saying in
Yes.
sentient. Oh, great. Okay.
You finally got the pet that you always wanted.
My club foot. My
Finally,
only
pet
friend.
rock.
Finally, me
Don't worry. I am here for you in your hour of need. Behold! And then there's a very small localized henshin event.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Behold! Stone de Crozius Arcanum.
Fuck's sake.
Wait, why am I here? Shouldn't I be in the other place? Why do you have feet there?
Don't ask me either, man. I have no idea why this is happening. It just happened.
Also,
I
just
hate it
as-
here.
So I hope you like the dirt, because that's what you're gonna have to get used to if you're gonna be my
Cold
foot from
Womack,
now on.
The
my
boy
foot
has
hand.
awakened.
Yes, just
Pro-
pretend. Thank you.
I'm gonna have
Very cool.
So I what does it? Nothing happens,
Why
I
are the-
guess.
You've now got a fancy hand for a foot.
Her
It's
foot,
unfortunate that event happened right before this character was revealed.
yeah.
It do be like this
We
sometimes.
can fix
Yep.
her later. I think. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, we can just re-chisel your hands to be feet, and your feet to be
Yeah,
hands.
I'm a rock. You can do
We're gonna have
that,
to do
right?
some grafting.
I'm gonna need a lot of help after this dungeon. I've had so many fucking insane
Don't
things
worry,
happen to
after,
me.
I'll tell you this much. Spoiler alert, after this dungeon, you will be level 5.
Oh, do I still have Pinky or whatever his name is? That the little lizard?
Slappy.
Slappy.
I believe
Pinky and
Slappy
Perky
is...
were the basilisks that died. Do not call them that.
No,
I believe
Slappy
Slappy is on
remind
my
Is in the
end
hat.
still.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yes.
I gave him to you. Just making sure that someone's got him.
Okay. After that fucking cavalcade of nightmares, that was that turn. Any other actions? You got Swift left.
Oh, yeah, okay. What am I gonna do with my Swift? Besides, okay.
Would you like some help with that aura of yours?
Sure would, but I don't think you can do that as a Swift action.
You'd be surprised. And the eye inside the armor glows. And you feel your chakras crack back into place.
Oh shit! Aura of calm then! Calm down the spider!
Okay. As I look down at the 2 I just rolled. Fuck. Okay. Oh shit, I apologize.
It's
I am
DC
mistaken.
10 plus
I
half.
have been fucking up the voice. I have been fucking
You've
up
been
the
doing
voice
what's his
badly.
name? The Hank Hill character, whose name I always forget.
No, it was meant to be like the green text. Turn around the screen so she can see.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
like how can I put this politely?
Yelling.
Differently abled text to speak. But no,
Differently
I forgot.
able text
I
to
agreed
speech, yes.
that it would have a certain voice. You're a fucking dog rapist.
Oh, Bagora, it's him. No,
Thank you for that
and now he's
ambassador. He's deep
attached
fried
to
Ferrero
me.
Rocher. Who the fuck
I
are
would
you?
like a deep fried Ferrero Rocher, though. Don't call me a fucking dog rapist.
Fucking dog. What the shit I need to fucking deal with. Who the fuck are you? Why am I in
kinda,
facing
I
your fucking
kinda
feet?
handle it. Well, now
You
you're
just
gonna
made an
have,
enemy for life.
now you're gonna have to fucking handle being on the ground all the time. However, thank you for realigning my chakras. I do appreciate that quite a lot.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, you're channeling him too much. I don't like it. This is like what he would say too. I'd be like, "Hey, thank you," and then SDFU, you know.
I like
off,
the idea
Ian.
that he's. Shut the fuck up.
So good.
Fucking stone the crow, stone the fucking hose over here. Jesus fucking Christ.
Bruh.
And on that note, right as we get to the spider's turn, and what was probably we can avert a TPK still. We will call it there for the evening, as it is 12:30 at night. I'm going to be staying up, but I don't know about these motherfuckers.
Oh, I'm sleepy.
We're going to be up at before 8 o'clock tomorrow because the carpenter's coming. Because guess what?
You have to
Tradies.
clean all up here and like get rid of all my booze bottles and stuff.
Just
And my
under the bed
popcorn basket.
Oh,
That's some
Rosie.
popcorn the other day.
Anyway, folks, I hope everyone's enjoyed
yeah.
the episode, and will join us next week when we prove that we can, in fact, have a 46, despite all the things about World Wars being mentioned. Now, I hope to see you all there, and until then, it's an push on from me, and
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.